University of Tennessee football is brought to you locally by your local Jeep and Eagle dealers, Conoco, East Tennessee Temperature Control, your local Coca-Cola bottlers, Executone of East Tennessee, First American National Bank, Mercury Quality Care dealers, Grange Mutual Insurance, Pardon's Jewelers, Sagebrush Steakhouse, SunTrust Bank, and your volunteer Toyota dealers. Your home for the fall. WIVK AM and FM, Knoxville.
1996 after a 62-3 win over UNLV last Saturday. The last UCLA-Tennessee game opened the 1994 season in Pasadena, setting a tone as Vols starting quarterback Jerry Colquitt was injured in the first series, lost for the year. And that injury eliminated any thought of redshirting one or both of the 1994 Tennessee freshman quarterbacks, Peyton Manning and Brandon Stewart. 3 games later, a second quarterback, Todd Helton, was lost to injury, and Manning became the starter. At the end of 1994, Brandon Stewart, of course, transferred to Texas A&M, where now he is the starting quarterback there. Peyton Manning has started 21 consecutive games since. The team's record, 19-2. UCLA, after the win over the Volunteers opening 1994, has gone 11-11 the past 2 years, not in keeping with Bruin expectations. Tonight's game could set the tone yet another time. For Tennessee, it is a must-win at home to maintain its number 2 national ranking. For UCLA, a win immediately would establish Bob Toledo as a doer, a success in one game. Important and understatement. We'll talk more about the Bruins against the Volunteers in just 1 minute. Our 1-3-2 here. The last visit in 1991 saw Tennessee win the game 30-16. 2 years ago at Pasadena, the last time the teams played, UCLA won at the Rose Bowl 25-23. Right now, let's take a look at the Citgo starting lineups brought to you by Citgo Petroleum and the more than 400 branded Citgo stores across Tennessee. Citgo says go. Last year, UCLA on offense averaged 399 yards. On defense, the opposition to the Bruins, 403. Against UNLV, Tennessee in its opening game, 473 yards total offense, and Tennessee held UNLV to 184 yards.
Position. The only weakness maybe is the experience up in the front blocking lineman.
Quarterback Peyton Manning, 6'5", 202 junior. Last week, 18 of 24 for 298 yards and 1 TD.
One end of the field that they've just put in has really finished off probably as fine a football stadium as there is in the nation.
I think it's important to outline the fact that the Southeastern Conference last year drew in attendance 4,879 fans, thereabouts, 4,879,000. The Big Ten, 4,452,000, although the Big Ten does out-average on a per-game basis by right at 1,000 fans. In the Southeastern Conference, Tennessee, third in size, and you can go down the list. A lot of great stadia in this league.
What's even more impressive, John, you're absolutely correct, was the fact that for I believe the 8th year in a row, we've averaged better than 90% occupancy every Saturday afternoon in every stadium, and that means and no other conference comes close to that. Now, the Big Ten has some bigger overall stadiums as far as all 11 schools. But when you look at, I think last year we were right at 93% occupancy every time we kicked off the football. That's an amazing statistic.
Its last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
And say, what is the bowl situation for the Southeastern Conference? And I know that's, several months and a lot of games away, and we're not talking about any specific thing. What is the situation? Network booth, as the band down below continues its activity as the game, of course, yes, we'll take 10 seconds for station identification by telling you this is the Ball Network.
Win $1,000 cash Monday at 7:15. It's the incredible Monday morning birthday bucks on 107.7 WIVK FM, Knoxville.
From Knoxville, Tennessee, you're listening to the broadcast of the game between Tennessee and UCLA as the Pride of the Southland Band goes through its pregame performance altered somewhat from its normal situation to conform to television dictates. Bill Anderson is here with us as we take a look at Tennessee's defensive starting lineup, Bill, and you talked about the fact that Tennessee showed a little something different in concept perhaps over the past few games. Tennessee will be starting Leonard Little, who played very sparingly in the game last week at defensive end. At the other side, Jonathan Brown. The tackles will be Bill Duff and Billy Barron. The linebackers will be Al Wilson, Tyrone Hines, Craig King. The cornerbacks, Raymond Austin and Terry Fair. And the safeties, Torrey Noel and Jason Parker. Talk to us a little bit, Bill, about your analysis of Tennessee's defensive concept and how it might have changed.
Well, I think it's made a big change, John. For the last several years, I don't know how long, but it seemed like it was far too long, in my opinion, that we played a hit-and-read kind of defense with the down lineman. We'd hit, and then they'd react to the play or to the ball. Never getting across the line of scrimmage to create any havoc, cause bad plays, and got practically no pass rush out of the down lineman on the quarterback. They have changed the concept to it's an attack. Turn the defensive ends and the tackles loose, bring them up the field, get penetration, give them some bad plays, put pressure on the quarterback with their down lineman. As a result of that, it's changed this football team, and I think they've done an excellent job, and I like what I've seen in addition to the fact they've recruited what looked to me like some really good defensive players.
What are the risks in playing an attacking defense?
No more than any other. I mean, you come up the field with your down lineman, especially, that's where the big change has been made. Not a lot of change with the linebackers and the defensive halfbacks. The only thing they're doing is putting more pressure on the passer. That's the biggest thing, so that the defensive backs don't have to follow him around all over the field all day. They're making him throw, not necessarily have to sack him, but make him throw the ball and get it on out of there before they can take all day to get somebody open. And there's no gamble in that type of defense in particular. You get popped for one up the gut every once in a while too, but they usually leave one guy in there to watch for the draw and that sort of thing coming up the gut.
Down below, the Pride of the Southland Band is concluding its pregame performance, and the crowd is standing, and in unison they are applauding in a staccato style that you can hear in the background as the band will move from its what is called the power tee into the giant tee. And here it comes, and you'll hear the cheers beginning to build in the background as the pregame festivities are ready to come to that climatic close. The magic moment for Big Orange fans throughout the world really listening. The Pride of the Southland Band moves into the traditional tee, the 50-yard corridor that opens from the north gate, above which that new north upper deck is filled with fans flowing in orange. They peer down and wait for the time now that the Volunteers burst onto the field below. The cheers become the crescendo to fill the evening in. And wherever Vol fans listen, here, there, everywhere, it's football time in Tennessee.
At UPS, they have over 100.
Tennessee wearing orange jerseys with white numerals and white football pants. UCLA, its colors are blue and gold, wearing white jerseys with some blue trim and deep black numerals. And it will be Tennessee kicking off, and probably it's going to be Chris Hogue to do the kicking. For UCLA on offense, looking at their skill people, it will be the quarterback, Cade McNown, 6'1", 207 sophomore, a left-hander. The tailback, Skip Hicks, 6 feet 215, a junior. Cheyenne Caldwell, 6'1", 231 sophomore, the fullback. The wide receivers, Jim McElroy and Derek Ayers, along with Eric Holcomb if they go with three wideouts. The tight end is Mike Grebe. And back for UCLA to receive will be number 1, Keith Brown, and also will be Ryan Rock. So Tennessee will be kicking off. As you listen, Tennessee is moving from your right to your left. And for those of you familiar with Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, where over 106,000 people are on hand for this game, Tennessee is defending the south goal, the goal near the river, which flows just a few yards, 100 yards or so, from the South Stadium. Tennessee last week of course, won over UNLV, the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Tennessee is currently ranked second in the nation behind Nebraska, the defending national champion. The officials, all Southeastern Conference officials, will run down for you in just a moment. Right now, here is the kick by Hogue coming downfield. And it will go to the goal line, taken there by UCLA. Back to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, out to the 20-yard line comes Keith Brown, and he is knocked down as he moves to the 23, a return of 23 yards, and there to cover is Craig King for Tennessee. Now let's set Tennessee defensively. It will be a 4-3 defensive alignment for the Volunteers. Little, Duff, Barron, Brown, the front four. Wilson, Hines, King, the linebackers. Austin, Fair, Noel, and Parker will be the secondary for Tennessee, and it is starting Ron Green at 6'1", 265 instead of Billy Barron at tackle. As UCLA and the officials are visiting down below, so we'll take a look at that UCLA offensive line. Chris Ferris, 6'9", 288, a freshman. Chad Sauter, 6'5", 285, a junior. Sean Stewart, 6'3", 291, sophomore. Andy Meyer, 6'6", 295, sophomore. Chad Overhauser, 6'5", 281, a junior. A problem with the clock, so that's the reason for the delay. And the officials and the official timekeeper down below, the electric clock operator, who is Billy Schroer, discussing what the course of events will be. The clock now has been counted down to 1:40, but I think they're just seeing if it works, and I think it may. Referee Dick Burleson, umpire Butch Lambert, linesman James Wilson, line judge Tommy Lorino, side judge Bobby Bernard, field judge Tom White, back judge George Raniger, Billy Schroer, the alternate official previously announced. Also here Blake Parks and the observer Joe Delaney. Well, the clock has been set at 14:50, and now it's at 14:45. And the official referee Burleson says, let's play football and see if the clock works. Yep. So here comes UCLA up to the line. They're going to send two wideouts to the left, a single running back. As the quarterback is the left-hander, that's Skip Hicks, a little offset. Back to throw on first down. This will be McNown. The pass across the middle is complete. Pulled down there by Skip Hicks. Hicks gets free to the left side, running through one tackle, running through a second tackle, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Downfield he goes inside Tennessee territory to the 48-yard line before finally Jason Parker is able to haul him down from behind, and it will be a sizable gain, and athletic ability immediately shown, Bill.
They've got lots of it, John. That thing, of course, Hicks took a good shot. The defender didn't get locked up on him. He broke a tackle and was able to keep his balance, and as a result, able to take off and make the additional yardage. Big play for the opening play.
So the Bruins come out, first play of the season for UCLA, a 30-yard pass play that went from McNown to Hicks. Now they come with a single running back. That is Hicks behind the quarterback, McNown. The give goes to Hicks, starts left, cuts right, has running room, gets to the outside, runs through one tackle, runs through two tackles, gets to the 40, is finally belted out of bounds after picking up another first down to the Tennessee 35-yard line. Again, it's Jason Parker. Skip Hicks, 6 feet, 215 junior, and last year carried the ball only 16 times for 100 yards because most of the rushing last year was done by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who gained right at 1,570 yards. Now Hicks comes out, and coming on for him, the senior Thaddeus Massey. With UCLA at the Tennessee 35-yard line, it will be first down and 10 to go. Not Massey, but Rock. Rock is in there as an offset tailback. Two receivers left, one into the boundary right. Tied in into the boundary. Back to throw McNown. Across the middle, pass complete. Pulled down, quick route, cut to the inside, and it's Danny Partner who is there to make the tackle. Make the catch, and Tennessee makes the tackle on him. Farmer. It was Danny Farmer making the catch and moving it down to the 29-yard line. 3 plays, 3 gains. It will be second down and 4 yards to go. UCLA at the Tennessee 29-yard line. The Bruins marching downfield. Everything working. Tennessee stays with 4 down linemen. Into an I formation for the first time. Handoff, tailback. Bang, and he's dropped. As Skip Hicks back into the lineup is dumped immediately by the penetrating Bill Duff for a loss. back outside the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Boy, he came. They either missed an assignment on the offensive line or nobody. He just out-quicked him because he came through clean and hit him before he could almost make the handoff.
So it's going to be third down upcoming for UCLA, and right at 8 yards to go. Tennessee adjusts its defense as UCLA sends 2 wide receivers left, and they're going to shift into a shotgun formation against the 4-man front. McNown, the left-hander, looking, waiting, pass across the middle is incomplete. It was Farmer, had his hands on the ball at the 20-yard line, and then lost the handle as Jason Parker comes up to bang him. Third will be fourth down upcoming, and right at 8 yards to go. The ball is on the 32, so that will make it a 49-yard try for Vaughn Merton. His long career has been 45. This one is going to be closer, Bill, to 50 yards.
Yeah, that was a big play. I tell you, pretty good drive coming out of there. That McNown has got a rifle for an arm. He really fired that last one in there, but Tennessee was played it very well.
So here will be the field goal attempt from the right hash mark toward the south end. It will be the longest ever if Merton makes it. He was 10 of 17 last year. Snap down. Kick is up. Hits it well. The kick downfield is good. And so UCLA gets on the board first, as hitting his career high, Merton has knocked it through from 50 yards away, and UCLA takes the opening kickoff. A 3, Tennessee nothing, as the Bruins march downfield, taking the opening kickoff. Really, Bill, a couple broken tackles set them up, but they executed well, and Merton hits the big 50-yarder.
Yeah, that was a good kick, but that was good execution. The offensive line did their job coming up through there on that drive pretty well. Got some outstanding running and breaking the tackles like you make to make the big play. Just a good look. Looked pretty good.
Here's the kickoff now as UCLA knocks it downfield, and Terry Fair for Tennessee takes it 1 yard deep in the end zone. 5, 10, 15, outside 20, and to the 21-yard line before he is tackled by Aaron Rock, the brother of the tailback who played on one series, Ryan Rock, just a moment ago. A return of 21 yards by Terry Fair, who is bringing kickoffs and probably will call punts back as well, as the normal kickoff returner Sean Bryson of Tennessee is sitting out the game with mononucleosis and is out indefinitely. So Tennessee will go on offense. The quarterback, Peyton Manning. The tailback is Jay Graham. Tennessee has 2 receivers left, 1 right, as UCLA jumps into a 5-man front, and Manning back to throw. Look, pass across the middle is incomplete, almost intercepted. It was intended for Marcus Nash at the 30-yard line, and it was almost intercepted by Abdul McCullough for UCLA, but it goes incomplete. And for UCLA, it will be in the front Travis Kershey. It will be Jeff Ruckman and Damon Smith. The linebackers, basically they play a 3-4. Ward, Wilmer, McGee, Cobb. Safeties, Guidry, the Guidry brothers, 2 of them, and McCullough and Williams are the safeties. The Guidry brothers are the quarterbacks. Tennessee running with Jay Graham trying the middle. There's absolutely nothing there, as that defensive front for UCLA is there to stick him. Kursky is there, and also Ruckman. So it's no gain on the play, and Tennessee will have it third down and 10 yards to go, trailing 3-0. As the Bruins come in and march downfield, the big play being a 30-yard pass play to start them on the very first play from scrimmage, going from McNown to Hicks. 3-man front. Tennessee 2 wides left, 2 right, as UCLA is jumping around on defense, giving different looks to Manning. Back to throw. Pressure applied. Manning steps up. Long pass downfield. Complete. It will be a first down up to the 37-yard line to Marcus Nash, as Manning stepped up into the pocket, avoiding the pressure. It was Cobbs who finally runs Nash out of bounds, but it's first down.
Well, they give him a lot of different looks inside, especially those linebackers jumping around and coming at him with the blitz, with the pressure. That time they had the man come through clean, John, but he just overran him. Peyton was moved up, as you said. He stepped up, and so the tackler missed him and gave him enough time to make the completion.
For Tennessee, trailing 3-0. It's first down, 10 to go. Mark the ball at the Volunteer 38-yard line on the left hash mark, as Manning gives to Graham. Little hole opens, and Graham comes sniping over right guard and moves the ball forward for a gain of 3 yards from the 38 to the 41. It will become second down and 7 yards to go. Damon Smith was there to make the tackle for UCLA. The Bruins lead by a score of 3-0 in Knoxville. Tennessee coming in ranked second in the nation. UCLA unranked, but last year the Bruins concluded their regular season with a win over Southern California and then went on to the Aloha Bowl. Tennessee, second down, 7 yards to go, trailing 3-0. Manning, second down, back to throw. Pass down and out is complete. Pull down at the 45 to the 50 to the 45. Down to the 40 goes Marcus Nash. He's knocked out of bounds as he eluded the charge of Paul Guidry and escaped downfield to give Tennessee another first down.
Well, they picked that up very well. And pressure again, they came with a blitz from the outside and had a man coming clean, but Manning was able to get the pass off before he got there.
So it will be for Tennessee trailing 3-0. First down and 10 to go. The ball is now on the east hash mark as Tennessee moves toward the north end of the football field. And so Manning has completed 2 passes to Nash, both of them 19 yards. First and 10 Tennessee. Single running back Jay Graham, who last year gained 1,418 yards. Manning will throw. Sets up a screen. Pull down, and immediately the tight end who made the catch, Dustin Moore, is banged and dropped for a loss. The pass is complete, but the screen did not develop. Thanks to the rush of Philip Ward, the linebacker on the left side, who had 27 tackles last year for UCLA. And it was he who got there, and Tennessee is now faced with 2nd and 13.
He was sitting right in the middle of it. There was no chance for it to go anywhere. He read that, anticipated it, and read it all the way.
So here's Tennessee lining it up again. 2 wide outs to the left side. Peerless Price is the wide man. Slotting this way will be Nash. Kent single covered into the boundary right. Manning to throw. Manning steps up. Manning is going to be sacked. There's a fumble, a scramble for the football, and it's been recovered by UCLA. Ruckman is the man who sacked Manning, and Manning coughed up the ball as he went down, and UCLA picks up the first turnover with a recovered fumble at the 45-yard line by Brian Wilmer. And so Manning was sacked, gave up the ball, and here's UCLA leading 3-0 on offense.
They came at him. They're really gambling a lot, John, with the linebackers. They're putting a lot of blitz. Almost every play they came at Tennessee with a blitz, and the Tennessee offensive line not getting it picked up.
So here's UCLA leading 3-0, first and 10 at the Bruin 45-yard line. McNown hands off Hicks, running room left side. This will be Hicks to the 45, knocks it forward to the 50, carries it to the 48-yard line. He is hit, fumbles the football, and it's been recovered by Tennessee's Tyrone Hines. Turnover. First, Tennessee coughs up a fumble, and now on the first play after recovering the Bollinger bobble, Skip Hicks is blasted. He gives the ball up, and pouncing on it for his first recovery of the year, he already has 1 interception, is Tyrone Hines. The tackle was made, I believe, by Torrey Noel.
I think so. He took a real shot, too. He's shaking up down there, still out there. The trainers are out there with him. He really took a shot.
Tennessee is coached by Philip Fulmer as Skip Hicks, pretty much under his own power, is moving to the UCLA sideline. Fulmer in his 5th year. His teams have won 34, losing 7, assisted by John Chavis, Dan Brooks, Steve Caldwell, Kevin Ramsey on defense. On offense, David Cutcliffe, Mark Bradley, Randy Sanders, Pat Washington, Rodney Garner. 3-0 UCLA leads. Tennessee has the ball at the Bollinger 48-yard line. First down and 10 to go after the recovered fumble. Into an I formation. This will be Graham. Cuts to the outside 50. Graham cuts back 45. Graham carries the ball 40. Graham nails it down to the 38-yard line as Tennessee for the first time went to the I formation, and that gave that extra block at the point, and there is Graham moving for a first down.
Well, they've been gambling a lot with the inside blitzing coming in there trying to get to Payton. They got around the corner there and got the block and picked up the nice yard.
And now Tennessee first and 10 going with its no-huddle offense, trailing 3-0 with the ball on the east or right hash mark. Manning keeps his team in the I formation with 2 tight ends. Give Graham up the middle, not much, but he just lowers his head and cranks it forward from the 38 to the 35-yard line. Met as he gets to the 35 by Smith of UCLA. Less than 3 yards on the pickup, actually. Make it second down and a long 7 to go as Tennessee adjusts its offensive set. Out goes one of the 2 tight ends, Sartell, and now Tennessee will go with 3 wideouts as Joey Kent and Marcus Nash are there. Graham now in 4 carries has picked up 17 yards. UCLA 3, Tennessee nothing. Staying in the I formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Those linebackers dancing left and right for UCLA. Here comes the blitz. Manning back against the blitz. Throws the ball downfield. It is going to be incomplete, as it was intended for Greg Kyler. Pretty well protected, and Manning, I think, maybe just threw it away, Bill.
He either threw it away or Kyler blew the route. I think it looked like an up all the way, but he probably was just getting away. But there, Peyton's having a little word with him. He might have just broken the route.
Kyler, of course, did not play. He sat out a 1-game suspension last week. And so this is his first game of the 1996 season. He will be wide to the left side. Tennessee faced with 3rd down and 7 into a shotgun formation. UCLA, its linebackers poised to blitz. Will they come? No. There is movement in the line. Perhaps Tennessee jumped on the left side, reacting to the movement from UCLA. We'll see. As the officials will discuss the situation, Tennessee had it 3rd down and a long 7, trailing 3-0 with 9:13 to go in the first quarter of the game. The Bruins are coached by Bob Toledo. In his first year as head coach, he coached Prairie.
Dead ball foul.
Ruling from the official.
Offside defense.
So it's UCLA which violated the neutral zone and sustains a 5-yard penalty. And that will make it for Tennessee 3rd and a long 2. Costly error for the Bruins. On offense, Alan Borges in his first year, Ron Carragher, Steve Marshall, Skip Peete, who is the brother of Rodney Peete. Now Tennessee stays in the shotgun, 3rd down and 2. There is a running back to the left of Manning. Could be a handoff, we'll see. Manning looks, pass across the middle, complete. Pull down at the 30, down to the 25, down to the 20, down to the 18-yard line goes Andy McCullough. And Tennessee has it 1st down, 10 to go at the 18.
Yeah, gambling again. They're coming after Peyton. He was able to just unload it on the quick slant there. That looked like a safety blitz had moved up in there and had an open spot. He hit it.
So with the ball at the Bruin 18-yard line, Tennessee trailing 3-0 in the first quarter with 9 minutes exactly remaining. Lines up at an I formation against a 3-man front. Manning with 2 tight ends, looks for, gives the ball to Graham, gets to the corner, moves back to the inside, spins and fights and twists and turns, and knocks it inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Graham with a pickup of 4 yards, tackled by Damon Smith. And for Tennessee, it will be 2nd down and 6 yards to go. On defense, UCLA has Rocky Long, Bob Field, Mark Dove, Terry Toomey. Steve Marshall, of course, last year was Tennessee's offensive line coach, now coaching at UCLA. 2nd and 6, Tennessee. Manning sees UCLA move into a 5-man front, adjusts the call, apparently. Gives off to the fullback, and the fullback moving straight ahead is Chester Ford. Quick opening play, and he bangs forward, moving the ball close to the 11-yard line. Tennessee needs almost the 8 for the first. It will be 3rd down and 3 as Wilmer is there to make the tackle. 3-0 the Bruins. Tennessee, after recovering a fumble from Skip Hicks moments ago, actually one play after Tennessee had fumbled the ball to the Bruins, has moved downfield, and it's now 3rd down and 3. I formation, 2 tight ends. 5-man defensive front for the Bruins. Manning, Graham, right side 10. Graham, 5, 4, 3. Nailed as he gets to the 2-yard line. Jay Graham, big hole right side, blocking Robert Poole, Jarvis Rito. He read it right, Bill Anderson, and he knocks it down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they had everybody up on the line of scrimmage coming at him, and it looked like a trap out there. But anyway, he popped the crack and made it past the line of scrimmage and almost into the end zone.
And now it will be for Tennessee, 1st down and goal to go. Into the game, 2 tight ends, Dustin Moore, John Sartell for the Vols, who will line it up with a split back situation. Sort of a power eye to the right into the boundary. Manning, the quarterback, sending a man in motion to the near side. Tennessee will run behind that, diving forward from the 2 to the 1. Goes Jay Graham, lashing it down inside the 1-yard line, at which point Tennessee, trailing 3-0, has it 2nd down and goal. Graham has scored 2 touchdowns this year. That against the Rebels of Las Vegas. That time, Jeff Ruckman made the stop on Graham, about a football length away from pay dirt at the north end of the field. where the new upper north deck fans look down as Tennessee, trailing 3-0, lines it up. Same set with a wing back to the right. Running back split behind Manning. He could sneak. He scored. He sneaked. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tennessee. Manning sneaks, culminating a 52-yard, 9-play drive, and Tennessee comes from behind to grab the lead by a score of 6-3.
That was a nice drive after recovering the fumble by UCLA. That's what the good, deep, aggressive defense do for you, Johnny. Really came up there and put a hit on the running back of UCLA. Caused a fumble, set them up at midfield, and they took it in for the score.
Into the game to attempt the extra point, Jeff Hall. Ingram will snap. Price will hold. The Bruins ready to rush. The ball is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. So the Volunteers have come from behind to take the lead in Big Orange Country. Last year finished 7-5-0. They opened their 1995 season with a win over Miami. Then beat Brigham Young. They lost to Oregon, Washington State. Then won over Fresno State, Arizona, Stanford, California before losing to Arizona State and Washington. They won over Southern Cal, then lost in the Aloha Bowl to Kansas. Tennessee kicking off. This is Hogue. Hits it well. Drives it downfield. It will go through the end zone and out for the touchback. Well, Bill, that's how you draw it up, so to speak.
Yeah, you couldn't draw it up any better than that. It hit in the end zone right about a foot from the out of bounds, right out of bounds. No way to bring that one back.
So it will be UCLA, which in its first possession scored a field goal and really initiated their first possession with a 30-yard pass play from McNown to Hicks. That set the tone early. Then after Tennessee marched downfield and fumbled it away, the Bruins fumbled it right back on the subsequent play, and Tennessee took it in 9 plays, 52 yards to lead 7-3. I formation for the Bruins against a 4-man Tennessee front. McNown hands off to Hicks, tries the left side, not much there. As Hicks slashes over left guard, and Tennessee is there waiting for actually a loss of about a half yard as Nick Jester, a senior from Delray Beach, Florida, at linebacker, comes in to make the stop. And it will be second down and right at 11 yards to go. Last year, McNown, 122 of 245 passing, right at 50%, 1,698 yards. He was intercepted 8 times, threw for 7 touchdowns. Now the running backs will be split with 2 wideouts to the wide side of the field. Tennessee brings the linebacker tight. McNown on the play action is back to throw. Nothing doing. He is sacked inside the 10-yard line by Billy Barron, who comes crashing through, and Barron, who earlier made a big tackle for a loss, is there to make the sack inside the 10-yard line, spotted at the 8.
What a difference it makes, John, with those tackles coming up in there and putting the pressure. That really, they tore that play up. That almost looked like it was a handoff, and he missed the handoff or something because they were right up in there.
So now it will be UCLA getting another tight end into the football game, as the Bruins are backed up inside the 10-yard line at the north end of the football field with 5:09 to go in the first quarter. Tennessee leads 7-3. The Bruins are going to go into a shotgun formation, and this is McNown back in the end zone looking. McNown running. McNown will carry to the 10. McNown to the 15. McNown to the 20. McNown is down as he moves to the 24-yard line. A sizable gain, but keep in mind it was 3rd down and 22 yards to go. Tyrone Hines chases him down to make the tackle, and it will be short of the first down. And so into the game to punt will be Chris Saylor, who averaged 42 yards of punt. He had an 81-yard punt last year. So it is he standing at the 10-yard line as the Bruins are short of the first down by about 6 yards. Tennessee has 8 men to rush. Deep is Fair. Snap. The rush is on. He gets it away. Not a good one. It's going to be a squibber. Will bounce at the 40. Fair backs up, and he's going to let UCLA down the ball at the Tennessee 30-yard line. At which point, the Volunteers go on offense here in Big Orange Country.
This is John Ward saying that fall is the best.
Bowl, 102,000. The following week after an open date, they play at Michigan. 102,000.
They're used to playing before big crowds, I think, John.
So it'll be Tennessee 1st and 10 at the Volunteer 30-yard line on the right hash mark into an I formation against a 3-man front. 2 tight ends in the lineup for Tennessee. This will be the fullback nudging the ball forward. That's Eric Lane, who's come on to replace the starter Chester Ford. And he crashes over left guard from the 30 to the 33-yard line. The tackle is made by Weldon Ford at that point. As Bill, UCLA continues to dance back and forth, and Tennessee reacts with just a quick hit up the middle, as it will be 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Tennessee, which went in its last series to its no-huddle offense, now huddling it up, calling the play. Now 1 tight end in the game. 2 wide receivers for Tennessee. And as the play is audible, the left guard moves for Tennessee. Illegal procedure. And so the Vols will draw a 5-yard penalty.
Dead ball foul. False start to the offensive line. 5-yard penalty.
And that will move it back, and Tennessee will have it 2nd down and 12 yards to go. To this point, total yardage, Tennessee 85, the Bruins 56. UCLA, the University of California at Los Angeles. Tennessee with a little offset to the left, a wing back over here to the wide side, receivers left and right. Manning back to throw, gets pressure across the middle. Pass is going to be incomplete. Might have been tipped as he was intending his pass to the tight end Dustin Moore, but Moore was banged, unable to get to the football, and it goes incomplete. It will be 3rd down still for Tennessee, 12 yards to go.
They're really giving Tennessee some problems with their pass defense, John. All those people jumping around, the linebackers jumping down. Most of the time they're coming to the inside. They had a twist that time. A linebacker came all the way around a couple of people and came through clean, but Manning had already thrown it. A lot of tricks, a lot of things going on inside. Tough to read to the offensive lineman.
So Manning lines it up. Now he faces a 3-down lineman, but the linebackers are moving back and forth, in and out. Manning back to throw on 3rd down long. Looking, waiting. Across the middle, pass is incomplete. It was intended for Marcus Nash, but Nash was well covered, and so the pass goes incomplete. And that defensive secondary doing a superlative job covering Tennessee, which that time had 4 receivers.
Yeah, he came across. I thought he was open there, John, and I think a little bit of a reaction from the crowd that he might have been a little pass interference, but I think the ball was overthrown a little bit anyway, so probably the reason the flag didn't go down.
4th down, 12. Tennessee leads 7-3, and Larry Binion, who is averaging 35 yards a punt, is on to punt against a 7-man rush. Snap, punt away, hits it well, high spiral. Backing up under the ball at the 24-yard line. UCLA gets a block, moves to the 30, moves to the 31, and he is banged as he got to the 31-yard line. A vicious lick struck by Tennessee's Antron Peoples, the linebacker from Murfreesboro, who really popped him as he got to the 31-yard line. 48-yard punt, 7 yards on the return. And so the Bruins will put the ball in play at the 31-yard line. 1st down and 10 to go, trailing 7-3. 2:42 to go in the first quarter of this football game. UCLA returns 12 starters from last year, 4 on offense, 6 on defense, and 2 on the special teams. They line up with a single running back behind McNown. Flankers left and right against a 4-man front. McNown gives to Hicks, and Hicks comes knifing over left guard from the 30 to the 35. Good surge by the offensive line, primarily Sauter and Ferris, as Ron Green slides across to make the tackle, but it's a gain of 4 yards on the play, and it will become 2nd down and 6. 5 of the 12 Southeastern Conference teams are ranked in the AP Top 25. Tennessee 2nd, Florida 4th, Alabama 14th, LSU 17th, Auburn 18th. 2 teams from the TAC-10, Southern California 19, Arizona State 20. 2nd down 6. McNown, Hicks, big hole up the middle. Hicks goes diving forward and gets to the 41-yard line, and in so doing picks up another UCLA 1st down. Noel is there to make the pin on him, but once more the blocking up front, this time of Stewart and Sauter opening the hole, and Hicks lashes forward.
They opened a good hole in there. It was a trap play back off of right tackle, and that's one thing, you know, when the defensive linemen are coming across hard like that, they can and are subject to be trapped.
we called it a first down incorrectly because his knee dragged the ground, obviously, at the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and a yard to go. He stretched out to get to the 42, but not so. The knee was down, and so here it is, 3rd down short. Tennessee brings the backs up, and here's the sneak, and this time carrying the ball forward will be the 207-pound sophomore McNown. And just riding on the hip of Stewart at 291 pounds, he falls forward to the 42-yard line of UCLA, and it will be 1st down, 10 to go for the Bruins. UCLA trailing 7-3, but moving with the football. And to this point, that's the 3rd first down for UCLA. Tennessee has picked up 5 first downs and leads 7-3. Now into an I formation against the 4-man front. McNown back to throw, being pressured. Steps forward, makes a long pass downfield. It is going to be pass interference called, I think, as the pass is incomplete. But Tennessee might have shoved as McElroy was the intended receiver. Fear was defending against him. The pass underthrown, but there was bumping going on. And so we'll see exactly what the call is going to be as the ball will be brought back to the line of scrimmage. And the referee will give us the indication as to what the infraction is. That was a fly route down the far sideline, and McElroy has great speed. Here comes the penalty against Tennessee.
We have defensive pass interference, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, and an automatic first down.
So that explains exactly what happened, Bill.
Now, looking on the TV monitor over here, John, I think that it was a tough call on him because, as you mentioned, the pass was underthrown. He had turned and looked for the football, and the receiver actually came back into him. So, tough break.
It will be 1st down, 10 to go for UCLA at the Tennessee 42-yard line. The Vols lead 7-3. UCLA shifts, bringing a tight end to the right side, and they'll send a man in motion this way as well. McNown hands the ball off to the tailback. Hicks trying to get outside. Nothing doing. That's Darrell Price, actually, who's in there at tailback. And he was being chased by Jester. And it was Jester who gets there to make the tackle. And he also got help from the defender on the left side, who in this case is Jeff Coleman. So that was the freshman Darrell Price at 6 feet 210 carrying. Hicks out of the lineup and being observed down below by the medical staff of UCLA. A loss on the play of 3 yards. So spot the ball at the Tennessee 47-yard line. McNown, play action, back to throw, is hit just as he makes the pass. It is complete, but the catch is made for a gain of only 2 yards across the way by Farmer, and he was immediately tackled by Torrey Noel, and McNown took a shot as he got rid of the football.
He really did. Al whistled right in his face, and then he let him have it just as he threw the ball, and then the good tackle on the pass receiver out there. Good defensive play.
As the first quarter comes to a close right here in Big Orange Country. Deep by Manning, his 2nd touchdown of the year. The Bruins have Cade McNown at quarterback. Ryan Rock is now at tailback for the injured Hicks. How seriously, I do not know. As they line it up 3rd down and 11, 2 receivers right. Now they jump into a shotgun. Tennessee 4-down lineman to rush. No blitz, back to throw. This is McNown with time. Pass downfield is complete. Pull down for a 1st down inside Tennessee's 30 to the 29-yard line as the catch is made by McElroy, the tackle by Terry Fair. Plenty of time, and that time McNown looked around. McNown finally picked up his receiver and hits him perfectly.
They just had the 4-down lineman coming out. That's all they had on the rush side of the ball. They did a good job, John. They gave him all day. In fact, too long as far as the defensive coordinator is concerned, I'm sure.
So it's 1st down and 10 for the Bruins. They had the ball just inside Tennessee's 30-yard line, heading now toward the north end of the football field, trailing 7-3. Tennessee dances around on its own defensively. McNown sees the change in Tennessee's alignment. It's an 8-man front. Here's the pressure. The pitch is made back here to the tailback, Rock. Rock can't get to the football. It bounces away from him crazily. He goes dashing after it and falls down on it finally to save possession. But it's a sizable loss all the way back to the 44-yard line as Tennessee changed its defense and UCLA reacted with an errant toss.
That's a new defense. I think they had 11 people on the line of scrimmage. They had just a couple back there. Almost everybody was up coming after him, and they got penetration ever in there. That play fell totally collapsed on them.
So Leonard Little is the man who pinned the recoverer on the 2 plays ago, 15 yards plus. On that play, 15 yards minus. And it's 2nd down and 25 yards to go. UCLA with the ball at the Tennessee 44-yard line. McNown, here comes the reverse. Here's the pitch back on the flea flicker, and here's a long pass downfield. It is going to be incomplete as they come with the flea flicker, and McNown rips the ball downfield after he was really banged to the ground. And Tennessee had everybody covered. Leonard Little and Nick Jester come after him in the play. Perfect defensive play. I tell you what, that was done off of a reverse. They started to reverse action and then went all the way around there, flipped it back. Tennessee had the people downfield covered. They had the pressure on the quarterback on the handoff. They had the pitch man, and everybody was there. It was played perfectly. 3rd down, 25. Into the shotgun. The Bruins trailing 7-3. Second quarter of the game in Knoxville. 2 wideouts to the wide side of the field left. McNown looking this way. McNown steps up. McNown's in trouble. McNown is tackled. Ron Green nails him. There was a loss of a half a yard on the play. Bill?
4 down linemen coming after him, too. They got in there and did their job. They put him on the run. He had to pull it down to get away from the pressure, and he couldn't get out of the congestion there, and they made the play on him.
So in the punt will be Saylor. Deep for Tennessee, standing back at his 10-yard line, is Terry Fair. A turnover on each side of the ledger. A fumble away by each team. Saylor, fine punter, standing back at his 41-yard line. Snap, rush, punt, away. A poocher. Fair wants a fair catch, asks for it, and makes it at the 15-yard line. And at that point, UCLA will go on defense after a 28-yard punt that was made primarily. 12 minutes, 44 seconds left as line, with the ball at the 16-yard line where the fair catch was made. UCLA now aligned in 3 down linemen, but 2 linebackers tight. Here comes the blitz. It's Manning off play action, throwing the ball upfield complete. Pulled down here by Kyler. He makes the catch at the 22, moves to the 25, and is bumped out of bounds along the west sideline as he gets to the 28-yard line by McCullough. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Ball Network.
Win $1,000 Monday morning at 7:15 with your birthday just a month and a day. The incredible birthday bucks on 107.7 WIVK FM Knoxville.
Tennessee will have the ball 1st down and 10 to go after the pass completion, and the ball's handed off to Graham, and Graham this time is unable to get free of the penetrating Kursky, who makes the tackle and throws him for a loss. As the Tennessee offensive line on the left side got stuffed a little bit, Kursky comes battling through there, and the play just did not unfold that crisply at all. And so it will be for Tennessee, leading 7-3. 2nd down, a loss of 2 yards on the play, 12 yards to go. This is John Ward and Bill Anderson sending you the action from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Manning at quarterback, back to throw. Pass is pulled down here by Nash on a screen. Gets a block, gets to the outside 30. Nash 35, Nash 40, Nash 45, Nash 40. Nash to the 50, down to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. This is Marcus Nash, who is knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line. 1st down goal, Tennessee. Marcus Nash on a screen made a great cutback, races downfield with people in front of him blocking. He goes 69 yards, and it's 1st and goal.
Terrific play, John. Sometimes with a little short pass like that, you never know what's going to come of it. But a terrific job of him cutting back against the grain and getting out of there and getting away. Great speed to make the turn at the corner. Almost had it in the end zone.
And so Tennessee lines it up, leading by a score of 7-3 at the 6-yard line of the Bruins, heading toward the south end. That was Manning to Nash. This is Manning passing into the flat. It is completed for 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown, Eric Lane. Beautiful wonderful call. Tennessee came out, and Lane pops absolutely free after the play action, and Manning just dumped the ball to him.
That was a great call, John. Of course, UCLA, most of their blitzing and stunts and everything has been trying to stuff the middle and come in after Peyton right up the gut. They've started working on the corners a little bit. They took advantage of it that time and just dumped it off out there.
83 yards, 4 plays. Tennessee now on top 13-3, and here is Hall in to attempt the extra point toward the south end of the field. It is up. The extra point splits them. There's timeout on the field of play with the score Tennessee 14, UCLA 3.
Don't I know you from somewhere? Haven't we met before? Was it
Marcus Nash, 3 catches, Bill Anderson, 107 yards.
Most of it in that last one. That was a beautiful play. I tell you what, that was a terrific series on the defensive side as well. The defense, you couldn't ask them to play that last series any better, to give the offense the football, and then they took it, hit the big play, got it in for the score.
And it will be Tennessee kicking off. Here comes a Scribber's going to bounce at the 5, goes down to the goal line where it's picked up by UCLA. 5, 10, 15, bang, he's drilled at the 20-yard line. As Mickey Allen, a freshman from Murfreesboro on the kickoff coverage unit, is there to make the tackle on UCLA, as returning the ball was Rock. Spotted at the 20-yard line, almost like a touchback, although Rock probably would not agree. And it will be first down. McNown will be at quarterback. Let's check and see who's in there. It's Price. Hicks has not returned since going out 2 series ago. He's been plagued with injuries throughout his career. Into an I formation, the Bruins. Now they break the I, sending a 2 tight end set to the right and running a man in motion that way as well against the 4-man front. Handoff goes to the tailback, tries the middle, gets 1 tackle, and carrying the ball through the left side is Darrell Price. He finally is able to escape for a gain of 4 yards as Terry Fair comes up from his cornerback position to make the tackle. Play took a while to develop, and Bill, it looked to me like he gained more yardage than he did, but Tennessee had pressure on him in the backfield.
Yeah, they got good pressure back there. It was almost like a draw coming up through there. Craig King had a good shot at him, but couldn't bring him down early.
It will be 2nd down and 6 for UCLA against Tennessee's 4-man front. Single running back. There's the give to him, and he is met, breaks 1 tackle, does not get away from the second one. As Price gets the give, and he was really popped, somehow escaped the tackle as the man who was there unable to wrap him up. But then it was Craig King who got there first, and then it was Jeff Coleman who came across to make the tackle, and there is a loss on the play, back down to about the 22-yard line. This series began at the 20. It will be 3rd down and 8 for the Bruins, shuttling players in and out. Primarily, they're substituting at the tight end position. It will be the Bruins to the line. 3rd down and 8. Tennessee into a 6-man front. Running backs are split. McNown back to throw, being pressured. McNown in trouble. Will run out of there, trying to escape. Dumps the pass, pulled down, and the catch is made at the 25-yard line. Moving forward to the 29 is Derek Ayers, who was tackled, and it will be very, very close to a first down as Billy Barron is there to make the tackle on him. I think it will be a first down as Tennessee really had pressure on McNown. Somehow he escaped and then picked up a glimpse just before he was going to step out of bounds, Bill.
Who said defensive football couldn't be exciting, John? I tell you what, the defensive unit really getting after him. Derek Ayers took a shot after he caught that ball. He picked up the first down. He took himself out of the game. I didn't see who hit him, but he really took a lick.
It was very, very close. So close indeed that a measurement will be effected here. Presence of mind by Cade McNown, who was running for his life, and somehow Ayers popped free, and McNown was able to left-hand the pass to him, and so the Bruins convert on their first 3rd down conversion of the football game, though they still trail 14-3. It's 1st down and 10 at the UCLA 30-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark against now Tennessee, a 5-man front. Single running back will be Rock, who's back into the game for the Bruins. This will be McNown on the option. Will turn upfield, and will be decked as he gets to the 35-yard line. And this will be Jason Parker, who really makes a stick at that point. It's a gain of just short of 5 yards on the play. McNown last year carried the ball 71 times for 311 yards. so he can run the football, Bill, and that time he took a pretty good stick.
Boy, I don't think he's going to want to run it next time again. I mean, he's a tough kid. He really took a lick on that one.
It's going to be second down and just over 5 yards to go with Tennessee on top 14-3. McNown puts his team in the I formation. Stumbles as he comes out looking to throw. Pass across the middle. Complete. Pulled down at midfield by the tight end Grebe, who last year caught but 2 passes. He makes his first reception in this game as he falls forward to the 49-yard line with Noel making the tackle on him. Big play, UCLA, as the tight end runs across the middle diagonally from right to left and picks up 16 yards on the play. So that now McNown is 6 of 8 for 78 yards in the ballgame. Tennessee's Peyton Manning 7 of 11 for 132. The Vols lead 14-3, but UCLA is marching. And that play moments ago on a third down pass completion to Ayers, a key play in this drive. Ball at the Volunteer 49-yard line. McNown steps, throws a screen to the wide side, carrying the football back to the 50-yard line and falling forward as the penalty marker is down to about the 49 was McElroy, tackled by Duff. And so there's an infraction on the play, and we'll wait to get it called. Last week, Tennessee played 10 true freshmen. Martin, the quarterback, Goodrich, Griffin, Allen, Edmonds, Darden, Westmoreland, Daju, the tight end, Johnson, and Martin, and 2 junior college transfers, Terry and Buxton, as the officials discuss the situation with the Tennessee team that is circumventing the arbiters who are explaining the situation to Tennessee at the point, and now he will explain it to you on the Ball Network.
We have an illegal block in the back against the offense during the run. Penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat the down.
So the 10-yard step-off moves the ball back to the Bruin 39-yard line. At that point, it becomes first down and, well, let's see. They need to get the ball to the 39, so that's 11, right at 22 yards to go. Running backs split. McNown up under the center. 4 men to rush for Tennessee. McNown hands the ball off to the right halfback, pops it up the middle. He gets free, has the ball to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Down to the Tennessee 45-yard line comes Ryan Ruck. Finally knocked down, big hole, opened up. Noel converges with Fair to make the tackle. But on first and long, he goes for a gain of right at 14 yards, Bill Anderson.
Yeah, they knocked a nice hole in there. The linebackers had committed up inside, and when he crossed the line of scrimmage, he had a lot of running room.
Big gain by Rock, the third tailback used, 16 total on the game. So it's got to be second down and 6. This will be a reverse being set up, coming to the near side, looking for running room, will be the handoff to McElroy. He turns the corner. McElroy gets down to the Tennessee 45-yard line and is shoved out of bounds just short of the 45 by Billy Ratliff, the Magnolia, Mississippi freshman, moving from inside out to make the stop. Looked like it might go for bigger yardage than that. As it ends up, Bill, it's actually a loss of about a yard on the play because of the speed of 265-pound Ratliff.
I know. It looked like he was good. Caught inside. He reacted to it and was able to trip him up and knock him down over there. A big play.
So here it is, third down and 7.5, 8 yards to go. Tennessee moves up into a 5-man front. Here comes the blitz. McNown back to throw across the middle. Pass is complete. Pulled down at the 45. Stepping out of bounds will be the receiver at the 40. He needed the 39 for the first down as Terry Fair is there to force out of bounds the receiver Rodney Lee. It is marked at the 40. So it's going to be 4th down and 1 yard to go, and UCLA trailing by a score of 14-3. In Tennessee territory at the 40, undoubtedly will go for the first down. The Vols lead 14-3. The Bruins have been able to capitalize with key plays when it looked as if Tennessee just had them completely covered. That time it was Lee who makes his first catch. This is McNown. Maybe he'll sneak. Tennessee dancing around. McNown giving the play as he adjusts the call to his teammates. McNown hands the ball off, popping through the right side for the first down and then some will be Ryan Rock. He has the ball at the 40, down to the 35, and he carries it forward to the Tennessee 31-yard line. As the ball's brought a lot of people off of the line trying to stuff it, and then once again UCLA off the right side blocking of Overhauser, and Myers opens up the hole, and here comes Rock for a first down.
I think that was an audible too. Looked like Overhauser. He's their big man in the offensive line, and that's right where they went, behind him to pick up the necessary yardage. But good job by UCLA offense.
So it will be for the Bruins, trailing 14-3, first down and 10 to go at the Tennessee 32-yard line. McNown sizes up a four-man front. Tennessee coming with the blitz. Penalty marker down, and maybe Tennessee came a little too quickly with the blitz off the right side. Penalty markers fly, and the play is stopped with 5:38 to go in the first half, and Tennessee leading 14-3. To this point, Tennessee has been penalized a total of 20 yards.
We have a dead ball foul.
Well, the
delay
call
of game
is against
the offense, 5-yard penalty.
UCLA, the call delay of game. And so the 5-yard penalty back to the 36-yard line will make it first down and 15 yards to go. So that now the Bruins have been penalized 3 times 22 yards, Tennessee 2 for 20. Here comes UCLA trailing 14-3. Ball equidistant between the side boundaries at the Tennessee 36.5-yard line. Into the I formation. McNown off play action. Back to throw. Pass downfield is going to be complete at the Tennessee 20-yard line. As coming open is McElroy to make the catch. He's finally ridden out of bounds by Raymond Austin, but that will be more than enough for the first down. Right on target, McNown. Perfect route run by the fleet McElroy, who last year had 19 receptions for 403 yards. And in this ball game, he has made his 3rd reception. And the Bruins, though trailing 14-3, marching downfield, had the ball first down and 10 at the Tennessee 15-yard line. Ball in the right hash mark, and there wide to the right side goes McElroy again into the boundary. McNown puts his team in the I formation against the 4-man Tennessee front. The pitch will go to the tailback. Rock tries the corner and gets 1 yard, 2 yards, fumbles the football. It is scooped up far across the way by Tennessee. Was he in bounds? Yes, he was in bounds. Fumble, recovery. The Big Orange has the ball at the 15-yard line. Raymond Austin picked it up as the runner was Rock, and Rock was rocked, Bill Anderson, and the ball just came popping out, and alertly it was scooped and saved by Tennessee's Raymond Austin.
Good hitting over there. I don't know who made that tackle, but they really jarred him, and the ball came loose. Big break, another big play by the defensive people.
Key tackle, Tyrone Hines, LA Bill Anderson, marched 12 plays for 65 yards. Big play, key play after key play in that drive, and then a fumble ends it. And Tennessee goes on offense at the Volunteer 15-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark. UCLA into a 6-man front. Tennessee will hand the ball off to Graham, and Jay Graham tries the right side of the line against that 6-man front and moves from the 15 to the 17 as the clock counts inside 5 minutes. And Kursky is there to make the tackle for the Bruins. Tennessee scored to take, actually UCLA scored first in its first possession, 3 points. Then Tennessee, 2 possessions later, took it in to score 9 plays for the touchdown on a sneak by Manning. And then Tennessee, its second touchdown, basically came on the strength of a brilliant pass play, Manning to Nash. This will be Manning. Handing off Graham. Left side, Graham 20, Graham 25, Graham 30, Graham 32-yard line. 1 step away from breaking it as Jay Graham gets a big hole slashing through the left side of the line and then got tangled up with his own blocker. Paul Gidbrey gets credit for the tackle, but Tennessee running to the left side behind the blocking of Trey Teague has it first down, 10 to go at the 32.
And that was a strong side of the UCLA defense, too. They ran right into it. I think the move by Manning back there almost looked like it was going to be a fake and a rollout. It froze people there just long enough for Graham to get by him, I think.
Tennessee has a new wide receiver into the football game. Jermaine Copeland wide to the right side. Mark Levine in at tailback, and this will be Levine knifing the right side. Nothing there. He's somersaulted down after maybe picking up a yard by Darren Klein. The Volunteers have basically, Jay Graham starting at tailback. Mark Levine has come on in relief of him. Brian Darden in the wings, along with true freshman Derek Edmonds. Darden also a true freshman for Tennessee. Sean Bryson not playing in this game. 2 tight ends in the contest now as Tennessee sees the clock tick down to 3:29. The tight ends, Moore and Sartell. Blocking up front, Teague, Robinson, Gibson, Poole, Rito. UCLA into a 5-man front. Ball on the left hash mark, I formation, Levine, the tailback. They creep the linebackers. This is Manning back to throw. Manning is going to be throwing the ball downfield, incomplete. As he is being slung down, somehow he picked up a glimpse of Mark Levine and rifled a pass out to him. It is incomplete, but it saves a sack and maybe 6, 7, 8 yards, Bill.
At least. He had him back there. He was all over and he came through there and to Peyton's backside, too. But he picked him up enough to where he made a little move there to buy some time, John. But he almost got away from the rush, but couldn't quite do it.
Tennessee 14, the Bruins 3. And now Tennessee comes with an offset running back right as Manning turns to look. I'm not sure he's content with this set. Apparently he is. That's Jay Graham, who is offset as a running back. Manning back to throw. Looking. Here's the pressure. Across the middle. Pass intercepted. Picked off by UCLA at the 50. Back to the 45, to the 40. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown on the interception run back of 51 yards by Abdul McCullough. As Manning was hit when he released the pass, overthrew it, picked off by McCullough, who runs it back for the touchdown, and it will be Tennessee leading 14-9. Brilliant play, McCullough.
No question back there, John, and they got good rush. Got to rush. Manning got hit, and he looked like he was off balance when he threw it, but still, I didn't see an orange shirt back there anywhere close to the ball. Harley probably should not have thrown that. Should have taken the loss.
As it is, it's UCLA. Its defense turning it in for its first touchdown on the interception run back by McCullough. And here's Merton on to attempt the extra point as Tennessee's lead has been shaved to 5 points on the pass, interception, and run back. The kick is up by Merton, and the kick is good. And kickoff with Andrasik to do the kicking, and Levine is deep for Tennessee, standing back at his goal line, running from north to south as the pass, interception, and run back for a touchdown by McCullough quietens the crowd a bit. And that is the first return of an interception against Tennessee since 1991 for a touchdown. And that was in a Notre Dame game. Here will be UCLA kicking off. High kick, yanked down by Levine at the 5. Blocking in front, 10, 15 outside, 20, 25-30, 35-40, 45. He is hauled out of bounds as he carries the ball all the way back to the UCLA 47-yard line by Anthony Cobbs. Good speed by Levine. Good block on the corner as well. A 48-yard return. And Tennessee, which led 14-3, saw that lead cut down to 4 on the interception touchdown run back by McCullough. Has it first down and 10 to go at the Bruin 47-yard line. 2:44 to go in the first half of the game. And so UCLA digs in defensively as the Volunteers break the huddle and serpentine to the line with Manning under the center, who is Brent Gibson. Single running back is Jay Graham. Receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Graham tries the middle. There's nothing there. Graham is swarmed and dropped after getting only a yard by Phillip Ward. And it will be for Tennessee second down, still 9 yards to go. Balls, second down, and 9 yards to go. Leading 14-10. Here's the blitz on Manning. Back to throw. Across the middle. Man is there. Pass complete. Nash. 35-30. Nash outside 25-20. Nash banged out of bounds as he gets downfield to the 16-yard line by Serwanga, who makes the tackle. But Nash comes absolutely free and has good speed.
Yeah, he had good time. Good opportunity there, wide open underneath the coverage, and he got as much out of it as he possibly could.
Tennessee 14, UCLA 10. 1:59 to go with the out-of-bounds play stopping the clock. And Tennessee aligns itself without a huddle with Manning up under the center. Graham is the tailback. The Volunteers lead by a score of 14-10 against a 5-man Bruin front. Give Graham, cuts to the outside, turns the corner, and is knocked out of bounds as he moves inside the 15. We'll wait till they spot the ball far across the way on the east side, as that was Guidry who was there. Javelin Guidry, brother of Paul Guidry, and 5 yards to go as Manning has Graham again at tailback. Here comes the blitz. The give is to Graham. Graham crunches up the middle, twists and turns, and fights inside the 10 to the 9. He'll be 1 yard short of the first down as Abdul McCullough makes the tackle. Tennessee has 3 timeouts remaining. So do the Bruins. And Tennessee may use one of them right here, and that's exactly what will occur. UCLA receiving leader for Tennessee. Tennessee now will put the ball in play. 3rd down, a yard to go for the first down. Manning is at quarterback in the I. This will be Ford crashing forward, trying for the first down. And his forward progress carries him, I think, enough for the first. If indeed it does, the clock will be stopped for the marking of the ball, as it's counted down to 1:20, and they still have not stopped the clock. Now they're going to ask for timeout and perhaps a measurement, as Brian Wilmer stood up Ford on 3rd down and a yard. No measurements needed here. Thank you. First down, Tennessee. 1st and goal. The clock is stopped with 1:17 to go, as Chester Ford crashes forward and Tennessee maintains possession. And now the Vols have it, leading 14-10. 1st and goal at the 7, Bill.
Well, they've got plenty of time. 1:17 left. No need to get too excited and too big a hurry here, John.
Kent will go out as Tennessee gets into the football game. Greg Kyler to replace him, as Kent has been drawing a lot of attention in this game defensively. So the Volunteers will line it up. The ball at the 7-yard line at the south end of the stadium. Into an I formation, 2 tight ends in the football game. Moore to the right, Sartell to the left. UCLA into a 6-man front. This will be Graham left. Graham has the ball 5. Graham has the ball 4. Graham has the ball 3. Graham is knocked down as he gets to the 1-yard line. The ball comes squirming free into the end zone. I think the whistle had sounded. Let's make sure. The ball will be spotted at the 1-yard line, where it will be for Tennessee. 2nd down and a yard to go. Great run, Jay Graham.
It really was. They got a pretty good surge from the left side of the offensive line. They moved them back over there. A good job.
Teague and Robinson with Gibson and the fullback Ford. Here comes Manning, maybe too far to sneak. They power it to the left side. Manning at quarterback for Tennessee. Man in motion, Lane. They're going to block to the left. Here goes Graham, diving. Did not make it. Stopped short, a football length away. And Tennessee will use a timeout with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Vols have 1 timeout remaining. Tennessee is a foot away from extending its advantage, which currently is 14-10. And the Vols will hand the ball, and they spot it finally. It is a football length away. Earlier, Manning sneaked it in, Bill. Now it's going to be for Tennessee. 2nd down. Should be 3rd down. Yes, it should be 3rd. The marker says 2nd, but this is a 3rd down play.
Is there a timeout left?
There is 1 timeout left for Tennessee. UCLA has 3 remaining. A full hour of highlights from today's game comes your way tomorrow as the UTV network brings you the Philip Fulmer TV show. 18 seconds left in the first half of the game. UCLA got the early lead 3-0. Tennessee came back to go up 7-3, then 14-3. Then the Bruins intercepted a Manning pass, took it back with a score to make it 14-10. That's the way it is now, as Tennessee has marched downfield with the football. The quarterback is Manning. His team is in an I formation. The center is Gibson. The right guard is Poole. Manning sneaks. Manning carries it in. Manning scores for the Big Orange. He rides the hip of Gibson and Dyron Robinson into the end zone, where the orange and white checkerboards welcome the Volunteers with touchdown number 3, as fireworks at the south end explode to announce the fact that the Volunteers have once more widened the advantage to 10 points, 20-10. And here, trying to make it 11, will be Jeff Hall. He, a sophomore from Winchester, Tennessee. Holding, Price, snapping, Ingram. Rushing, UCLA. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Snap down. Kick up. Kick is good. Tennessee 21, UCLA 10.
Nice job of getting it in the end zone, John. They worked the clock and the field very well. Of course, Levine's the one man that set that up. The special teams and the defense have played extremely well for Tennessee here so far in the first half. He set it up by making a great run back and getting them in position where they could make the plays and have time enough on the clock to make the plays to get it in the end zone.
This, the 12th meeting of these two schools. The first game in 1965 was played in Memphis. Tennessee won there by a score of 37-34. UCLA won in 19 67 at Los Angeles. Tennessee won in Knoxville in 68 and in 70. The teams tied in 74. Then UCLA won over Tennessee in 75 at Los Angeles. That game in the Coliseum, as I recall. And UCLA was victorious in the next meeting, that in Knoxville, the only win the Bruins have had in Knoxville. In 85, the teams tied 26-26. Miraculous, great comeback, Bill. You remember the game by UCLA scoring 16 points in the final 5 minutes to tie the game. And then Tennessee won at Pasadena 24-6 in 1989. The Vols won in Knoxville in 91, 30-16, and then UCLA beat Tennessee the last meeting of the schools in Pasadena 2 years ago, 25-23. So it will be Tennessee kicking off. Peyton Manning to this point has passed for 1 touchdown and has run for 2. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be a bouncer taken by an up back at the 20 to the 25, gets a block to the 30, and then is swarmed and dropped as he's buried. That was Caldwell, the fullback, returning it to the 29-yard line. The clock will be stopped with the marking of the ball. 9 ticks to go in the first half as Craig King is there to make the tackle. 21-10 is the score. Tennessee leads UCLA. Skip Hicks back into the game at tailback for the Bruins. He sat out 3 possessions after being injured. But he's back at tailback, and that's definitely a plus if he can go full speed. This may be just count the clock away and let's go to the dressing room. We'll see as UCLA in a prevent offense goes to one knee, and UCLA will then move in to the dressing room as they head toward the south end, and Tennessee heads toward the volunteer dressing room at the north end of the stadium. The first half has come to a close. A break now for our stations around the world as we tell you the score. Tennessee 21, UCLA 10.
I'd like to thank you for giving us a chance to make this presentation. We're a young company, but I think you'll find we have plenty of... Excuse me. It's these allergies. At any rate, you can trust us because...
For Tennessee boys, the fans are poised, and sooner or later we'll get the cue. There it is. So this second half, not quite. He's counting it off again. Yes, here comes the kickoff downfield, and Levine will make the catch at the 5 along the near sideline. 10, 15, 20, hops 3, 25, 30, up to the 32-yard line. He explodes. Great speed and a little darting ability, Bill, to sort of knife back and forth, and he returns it some 26 yards before Serwanga makes the tackle on him. Tennessee has made adjustments on offense. UCLA has made adjustments on defense. Let's see what happens with the Vols leading 21-10, and the second half set to continue. And it will be for Tennessee first down and 10 to go at its 32-yard line. I formation, flankers left and right, 5-man front, linebackers darting in and out. Manning fakes, looks. Here's the long pass downfield, looking here for Joey Kent. It is incomplete. Well contained by Paul Guidry, the cornerback. So Tennessee comes out throwing the long pass all the way down in the vicinity of the 20-yard line of UCLA, but Joey Kent never had a chance to get to the pass because of the outstanding defensive play by Paul Guidry. For the Bruins on defense, Kursky, Ruckman, I should say, and Smith up front. Linebackers, Ward, Wilmer, McGee, and Cobbs, rather. Tennessee to the line. Corners, the 2 Guidrys, the safeties, McCullough and Williams. Second down, 10 Tennessee. Pitch will go to Graham, trying the left side. Not much there. Runs through 1 tackle, but only gets a yard. As Philip Ward stayed with and contained Jay Graham. And it will be third down and 9 yards to go for the Volunteers, who in the football game lead by a score of 21-10. Third down and right at 9 as Tennessee will go into a shotgun formation without the huddle. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. UCLA could come with a blitz. It looks to me like they're going to come after him with the linebacker. We'll see. Manning waiting for the snap. Here comes the linebacker. Here's Manning across the middle. The pass is almost intercepted as they spelled that play all the way. Manning was going for Kent, and stepping in front was Javelin Guidry. And the pass is batted down incomplete, Bill, and it's 4th down upcoming.
The defense, UCLA, you keep saying it, but it's really giving Tennessee a lot of problems from the standpoint of where the coverage is going to be open as far as the passing game is concerned, I think, because of the linebackers moving around in and out. Times they're down his lineman back, and then they'll bring a halfback, bring him up on the line, and drop him off.
Here's Binion to punt. Gets a high, long spiral. Asking for a fair catch and chasing it down to make the grab at his 21-yard line was Guidry. Good punt by Binion. This time it's 45 yards with no return. And it will be 1st down and 10 for the Bruins, who thwart Tennessee and the Volunteers' first offensive try. For UCLA, Skip Hicks has returned to the lineup at tailback. Caldwell at fullback. McNown has gone all the way at quarterback. The line up front, Ferris, Sauter, Stewart, Myers, and Overhauser. Here's UCLA trailing 21-10. 1st down and 10 to go at the 21-yard line of the Bruins against the 4-man front. Play action, McNown. Pass up field is complete to the 25-yard line to the tight end Grebe, who eludes one assailant and finally is pinned as he gets to the 28.5-yard line by Terry Fair. They go to the short man Grebe, who's made his 2nd catch in this game, and that equals his total receptions last year for the Bruins. And it will be 2nd down and, well, a short 4 yards to go, with Tennessee leading 21-10. Ball is on the left hash mark as the Bruins lining up again with a single running back, Hicks, behind the quarterback, McNown. Flankers left and right, 2 tight ends. Busted play. McNown's going to run, gets the 1st down, and is banged out of bounds as he comes past the 30 to the 35 to the 36-yard line. He came out to his left looking for his tailback, Hicks, who had moved to the right. Craig King chases down the play to knock him out of bounds, but not until UCLA picks up another 1st down. And that will be 1st down number 10. Tennessee in the ball game has a total of 10 1st downs as well. The score is 21-10 with the Volunteers leading the Bruins. UCLA will send 2 wide receivers to the right side, one of them McElroy, the other Ayers. Ball on the left hash mark against the 4-man front. McNown, straight drop, sets up, screens a pass to the near side with the ball Hicks, and Hicks is dumped for a loss after making the reception as Tennessee converges quickly with Jonathan Brown and Al Wilson teaming up to make the stop. The pass, though complete, goes for -1.
UCLA's changed their offense a little bit. I think they're using, in this series at least, a tight end, 2 tight ends most of the time. With a couple of times they'll put 2 wide outs out like they did just then. And that time they came back to the weak side away from the wide out.
Into an I formation on 2nd down 11. The Bruins trail 21-10. Tennessee feigning the blitz. McNown picks it up and checks off the play at the line. Tennessee reacts defensively as the give goes to the tailback, and that is Hicks. And Hicks tries to knife over right guard, and he is met and stopped by Billy Barron for no gain. So it will be 3rd down, still 11 yards to go, as the guessing game continues with Tennessee moving its defense back and forth, coming with the blitz, looking like Tennessee would come with the blitz, not so, and UCLA reacting with a change in the play, and Tennessee was there to meet it. Now the Volunteers still in a 4-man front, overloading it to the wide side of the field as the Bruins will jump into a shotgun on 3rd down and 11 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right side. Tennessee is going to be blitzing. Here's McNown making the pass. It is caught at the 38-yard line by Farmer, and he is caught immediately by Torrey Noel. Pressure comes, pass thrown, and there's Noel from the corner to make the stop. Far short of the first.
Good play all the way around. He got good pressure from the backside. Had the linebacker blitz coming around there. Craig King was coming in on him very fast. He's had to throw that ball before he wanted to, John. He looked like he's a little bit off balance. They did complete it, but very little pickup.
Saylor to punt on 4th down and 6 yards to go. Terry Fair deep for Tennessee with the Volunteers leading 21-10. Snap, punt, gets it away. High spiral. Fair signals for, asks for, and makes a fair catch at the 15-yard line. 46-yard punt. And Tennessee will go on offense. First down and 10 to go as timeout is asked for. With timeout, the score. Tennessee 21, UCLA 10. 21, UCLA 10. First down 10 for Tennessee at its 15-yard line against a 6-man front thrown up by UCLA. Tennessee runs against it with the ball coming to the near side, being buried. -5, Jay Graham. And so UCLA just overpowers Tennessee, Bill, with too many people.
Yeah, that wound up being an 8-man front up there, really. They brought the linebackers all up in there. The defensive backs were up very close, almost up where the linebackers would normally be. They had everything crowded in it.
So it's going to be second down and 15 yards to go for Tennessee. Deep in its own territory, the Vols have been guilty of 2 turnovers in this game, one of which was an interception and a touchdown run back. Tennessee sending a man in motion right to left. Manning gives to Graham, tries the left side. There's not going to be anything there, maybe a yard or two from the 10 to the 11. And at that point, Tennessee is faced with third down and 14 yards to go as McCullough is there to make the tackle. Looking at that defensive secondary for UCLA, the Guidry brothers are at the corners. McCullough and Williams are the safeties. For Tennessee in the offensive line, Teague, Robinson, Gibson, Poole, Rito. The wide receivers for Tennessee now, Peerless, Price, and Joey Kent. As Tennessee comes up in an I formation against a 4-man front, but it's almost an 8-man front. They've got a lot of people up tight. Manning off play action, looking to throw across the middle. Pass pulled down by Dustin Moore. He makes the catch at the 25, moves to the 28-yard line, is hit, fumbles the ball, and it has been recovered by UCLA at the Tennessee 25-yard line as McCullough is the man who is there to make the pop on Dustin Moore, and it's Klein who makes the recovery, Bill.
Boy, big break for UCLA there. That would have been a first down. He had the first down made, and looked like he kind of off balance, got hit. He went down, but not a big hit. The ball just came loose.
And so it's UCLA with another turnover. That's Tennessee's third. 2 fumbles have been lost and the interception run back for the touchdown. And here come the Bruins to the Volunteer 25-yard line. First down and 10 to go, trailing 21-10. But UCLA has the ball against a 6-man Tennessee front. Movement goes to Hicks. Hicks through the left side of the line for UCLA. Slants over tackle, beginning at the 25, ending up at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Nick Jester is there to make the tackle for Tennessee in his linebacking position. The ball is going up front now with Little and Brown. The tackles, Duff and Green. Wilson, Hines, Jester, the linebackers. Now Billy Ratliff has come into the game, relieving Duff at tackle. For the Bruins, trailing 21-10. It will be second down and 7. They shift, moving a tight end to the right side. Man in motion goes that way as well. McNown on the delay. Hands it off to the tailback, and carrying the ball is Skip Hicks. He is caught from behind and ridden down by Billy Ratliff, but not until he has moved the ball down to the 20-yard line, where it's got to become third down and 5 yards to go for UCLA.
They set it up and made it look like everything was going to the right. Every indication would be that play would have gone to the right. They brought it back against the grain a little bit. Tennessee's defense stayed at home very well.
Here it is, third down and 5. Tennessee leads by a score of 21-10. The Bruins have just recovered a Dustin Moore fumble and have the ball third down and 5. Tennessee's defense digging in, back to the wall. Man in motion from left to right. McNown looks over a 4-man front. Tennessee blitzing. McNown in trouble. Steps up, is going to look downfield. Pass is complete. Pulled down at the 14-yard line. Enough for the first down by Grebe. Immediately tackled by Parker. But once again, McNown keeping the play alive, escaping, moving, jumping, and that time picks up Grebe, and it's first down.
He did a terrific job of staying away from the blitz and the rush. Tennessee had good rush on him, flushed him out of the pocket, and he just maneuvered around there and kept buying time until he was able to pick up a receiver there who came back to him a little bit, but still enough for the first down. He dumped it over to him.
To this point, McNown 12 of 14 for 118 yards. The Bruins have it first down and 10 at the Tennessee 14-yard line. Handoff will go to Hicks, running room this time through the right side. He moves the ball inside the 10-yard line, picking up 5 down to the Volunteer 9, where Noel makes the tackle. Tennessee 21, UCLA 10, with 7:14 to go in the third quarter of the game. Volunteer is injured on the play, he being Torrey Noel. the junior from Memphis. And so the training staff comes out to have a visit with him. We mentioned UCLA's schedule to come for 1996. Tennessee has an open date next week. Then the Vols will play host to Florida. Our broadcast of that game on the Vol Radio Network will begin at 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time on the 21st of September. The 28th will be another open date. Then Tennessee will play a Thursday night. Play to be resumed as the Bruins have it 2nd down and 5 at the Tennessee 9-yard line, trailing 21-10. This is McNown across the middle. Pass is incomplete. For a moment, the slanting Farmer had it, but Corey Gaines, who had come on to replace the injured Noel, made the hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
Good play by Gaines, too, John. I tell you, that was just a quick slant, and it was zipped in there. It had a lot of zip on it, right on target. He just stepped up there. He read the slant coming in at him, and he stepped into it.
There it is, 3rd down. Still 5 to go for the first down, 9 to go for the touchdown. Tennessee leading, but UCLA threatening. Man in motion comes back to the interior, McElroy. Here's Tennessee with the blitz. Here's McNown looking. Pass down into the end zone is incomplete. Intended for Grebe, defended again by Gaines. So Noel goes out, Bill, and twice they go to his replacement, and twice Gaines reacts.
He rose to the occasion. They're picking on him. You know, a lot of coaches like to do that when they see the second teamer come in there.
Well, here comes the field goal try, apparently, as in will be Merton with his team trailing 21-10. A field goal would make it 21-13. An 8-point game. And here will be Merton, who earlier hit a 50-yarder. This one will be from the left hash mark. The kick by Merton is up. It's high enough. It's long enough. And the kick by Merton is good. So UCLA turns the fumble into 3 points and cuts the gap down to 8. We'll take a break with our stations by telling you with 6:36 to do the kicking. The left footer hits it high, relatively short. One of the up receivers will get the ball for Tennessee. That will be Nash at the 12, 15, 20, 25. Wrapped up and dropped at the 27-yard line by that was Westmoreland bringing the ball back, not Nash, 42, not 12. So Eric Westmoreland, the freshman from Jasper, returns it, and it will be Tennessee taking over at the 28-yard line. Noel for Tennessee went out. It was a hamstring cramp, and he will be able to return to action. But right now, Tennessee's offense returns to action, trying to get something going against this always moving UCLA defense. Now they're in a 3-man front. The linebackers drop off. Now they come right back up as Manning audibles. Here's the quick snap pass, pulled down by Joey Kent, his first catch, and he's immediately decked as he makes the catch by the cornerback Guidry on the left side. There is a gain on the play as Kent makes the reception for Tennessee at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4 yards on the play, making it 2nd and 6, and Tennessee, without the huddle, comes to the line again. Trying to catch UCLA's defense off balance, perhaps. It's a 5-man, now 6-man front. Manning in the I formation gives to the fullback, and cracking up the middle and turning forward is Chester Ford. He pounds past the 35 and carries it out dangerously close to a first down at the 38-yard line before Wilmer is able to ride down the Danville, Kentucky 228-pound senior. It is first down, Tennessee. As the Volunteers react, Bill going straight against that jumping defense.
Yeah, they're trying to going on without a huddle too, trying to give them catch them off guard a little bit, but that's a lot of hitting going on in the middle of that line. You can hear it racking up here pretty good.
First down and 10 for Tennessee, leading in the game 21-13. 2 receivers left. Kent into the boundary right, ball to the right hash mark. Manning fakes the give to Graham, looks to throw. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Greg Kyler. And he had his hands on the ball, but then footsteps from the backside of Javelin Guidry, and so the pass goes incomplete. Greg Kyler, a sophomore from Baltimore. Tennessee has used Marcus Nash, Andy McCullough, Jermaine Copeland, Peerless Price, Joey Kent, Greg Kyler as wide receivers thus far in the football game. The leading receiver has been Nash, 4 receptions, 135 yards. Manning to this point 10 of 19 for 179 yards. His counterpart McNown 12 of 16 for 118 yards. Now Tennessee 2nd down and 10 against a 3-man front. Single running back behind Manning. Moore a wing back right. Here comes the blitz. Here is Manning giving the ball off to Graham, and Graham, just as he gets the give, is hit and dropped by the blitzing McCullough. And so there's a loss for Tennessee. Lucky, Bill, to make the handoff, actually, because that McCullough came untouched right on Manning, gave to Graham, and Graham was nailed.
They're up there moving around all the time in there, and the linemen don't know whether to take him or not. They had too many there for him, and he started movement before the ball was snapped. He timed that thing perfectly. He was through the gap before the guard or tackle. Either one could respond and react at all.
-6 or 7, so it's 3rd down 17. Tennessee leading 21-13, having trouble with the UCLA defense. Manning now, play action, rolls left. Pass upfield is going to be incomplete, overthrown to a slanting Nash at the 50-yard line. Defended by McCullough, and it will be for Tennessee 4th down, unable to sustain a drive in the second half of this football game. The Volunteers had it 1-2-3 punt, 1-2-3 fumble, now 1-2-3 punt, and it will be Binion to boot, and back downfield goes Guidry to receive as the Bruins have a 10-man rush. There's a lane on the right side. Binion is deep for Tennessee. Snap, here they come. Punt away, penalty marker down. This is Guidry backing up at his 23. 25 comes to the near side and is spun down at the 25-yard line, as covering for Tennessee is Fred White. A penalty marker is down at the line of scrimmage. 45-yard punt, 2-yard return. As Binion gets it away, and it appears to me another penalty marker has been dropped at the 32-yard line of UCLA, near where the punt had been returned. Tennessee is being conferred with by the officials. The Southeastern Conference, a 12-team league divided into 2 divisions. In the East, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, Vanderbilt. In the West, Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. 2 infractions detected against UCLA, and Tennessee will have the option to take 1. The Pacific 10 logically has 10 members, although, well, years ago, before the Pacific 10, there was another Pacific League Conference, and it had membership including Idaho and Montana. That was changed, and most recently the Pac-8 became the Pac-10 when Arizona and Arizona State came into the league. Well, let's see if they get it sorted out. Yes?
Fouls against the receiving team. We have offsides at the line of scrimmage. And we have an illegal block in the back on the return. The penalty that is accepted is the illegal block in the back, 10 yards from the end of the run, and 1st down.
And that all adds up to UCLA having the ball 1st down and 10 at its 15-yard line after the penalty. So the Bruins lining up trailing 21-13, but Tennessee's offense has been unable to do anything as UCLA, the handoff goes to the tailback, and that's Ryan Rock. And Rock is hit and dropped in the backfield as slanting through is Al Wilson, the sophomore from Jackson, there to make the tackle for minus about 2 yards. Rock carries -2. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
He was there. He really hit a leg, too. That's about the 2nd or 3rd time he's made a great play in the offensive backfield of the Bruins.
So it's going to be for UCLA 2nd down and 12. The Bruins have turned it over once on a fumble. Tennessee took that one and went on to score a touchdown. It's first. McNown at quarterback. McNown off play action, back to throw. Pass down and out is incomplete, almost intercepted by a lunging Terry Fair. 10-second station identification. This is the Ball Network.
Win $1,000 Monday morning at 7:15 with your birthday just a month and a day. The incredible birthday bucks on 107.7 WIVK FM, Knoxville.
At Knoxville, Tennessee, this is John Ward and Bill Anderson and your Vol Network crew sending you the play-by-play of this intersectional contest between Tennessee and UCLA. It's an 8-point game right now with 3:42 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tennessee leads 21-13. The scoring has gone this way. UCLA 3-0. Tennessee 7-3, 14-3. Then Tennessee 14-10. Then 21-10. Now 21-13. And the Bruins will have it 3rd down 12. In this half, Manning 2 of 6 for 18 yards. McNown is 4 of 7, 14 yards passing. Tennessee does not have an interception in this game. The Volunteers bring the linebacker up tight. McNown with a single running back behind him. McNown back to throw. Here's the blitz. Here's the pass down and out. It is complete. Grab across the way by Eric Scott, who makes the catch at the 30, moves on out to the 31-yard line. It will be 1st down. Austin made the tackle. Tennessee came with the blitz, but McNown stayed there and made the pass.
He's made some excellent throws, John, under pressure all night long. He's standing there. He's a cool operator. They had good pressure coming after him, but he had single coverage all the way across the field. He really rifled that ball from opposite hash mark all the way to the boundary.
A brilliant play. There's a yellow flag down at the 6-yard line. And here's a penalty. It will be against UCLA.
Oh.
Wiping off that brilliant play. And here's the call. Holding. Holding called half the distance to the goal, and UCLA's coaching staff irate. Now let's see what it'll be. They'll get the down again. It will be 3rd down and 22 yards to go. And the ball is spotted actually at the 3-yard line. So McNown back deep at quarterback. He comes up under the center. Single running back behind him. Crowd alive at the south end. Tennessee leading 21-13. McNown on a give. Handoff goes to the tailback. He tries the middle and moves it out to the 5-yard line. Tyrone Hines makes the tackle on Price. There is a penalty marker down on this play. And once more, play will be stopped. As Tennessee leads in this game 21-13. And the officials are conferring once more with Tennessee. Individually in the ball game thus far for UCLA, the penalty this time is going to be against Tennessee.
We have a dead ball, personal foul.
A personal foul against the Volunteers.
15 yards.
A 15-yard penalty, and it will be an automatic 1st down to the 20-yard line. So, all of that adds up, Bill Anderson, to about where it was, but Tennessee with a dead ball, personal foul.
You just can't have that. The play's over, temper's flaring a little bit, but no excuse for that kind of penalty. That just lets them right out of the hole.
So UCLA is out of the hole. They hand the ball 1st down and 10 to go at the Bruin 20-yard line. Penalties back and forth, keys to this contest. Tennessee still leads 21-13. McNown back to throw. Long pass downfield. The man is there. Incomplete. It was the Fleet McElroy intended as he cuts down on the post pattern, the center of the field. Terry Fair, stride for stride, but the pass goes far overthrown, and it will become 2nd down and 10. Well, here's how this play has gone. UCLA took the punt, was penalized back to the 15. Another penalty half the distance to the goal, moved them all the way back down to the 3-yard line. And then they ran it to the 5, and Tennessee was judged for a personal foul, moving it out to the 20, where now it is 2nd down and 10 yards to go. UCLA goes into a shotgun. Players dancing left and right offensively against a 3-man rush. McNown hands the ball off, and cutting up the center comes Darrell Price, the tailback. And he gets back to the line of... I can't figure that play out at all, Bill.
Well, it's almost like a little bit of a delayed draw or something. They give a little play action, and he sticks it in there. He kind of set for a minute, and everybody's going the other way. He tried to come back against the grain, but Tennessee sat there at home and read it all the way.
No gain. 3rd down and 10. Tyrone Hines, the Brownsville senior, makes the tackle for Tennessee. 3rd and 10. Tennessee leads 21-13. 2:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. UCLA back into the shotgun. 6 of 11 on 3rd down tries. McNown gets the snap. McNown fades. McNown looks. McNown in trouble. McNown will run. McNown is sacked at the 18-yard line. And the man who got him is Billy Barron, who first got the pressure on him to flush him out of the pocket. And McNown looking left and right for somebody to pop open. Nobody does. He pulls it down, swerves to the left, and there's Barron again to ride him down. And it will be 4th down and right at 11 yards to go. A 1-yard sack, but it's still a sack. Deep for Tennessee to receive the anticipated punt is Terry Fair. Standing at his 5-yard line, facing a 10-man rush, will be Saylor. Tennessee looking for an opening. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Long count. They want to draw Tennessee offsides. They don't. They get the punt away. Fair backing up. Makes the catch at the 40 and breaks free from one man, but not the second as he tries to swerve to the near side. He gives ground and will be dumped all the way back at the 31-yard line. So it's 40 yards on the punt, -9 on the return. As he thought about making a fair catch, Bill, I think.
He should have if he didn't. I'll tell you, that was very dangerous there. They were coming down. The coverage was good. Nobody, they should have had somebody to help him out a little bit maybe, but in any event, he made the catch.
And held on to the football.
Lucky to do that.
Exactly. Tennessee now lines it up in the I formation. Flankers left and right. The score 21-13. Tennessee with 1:08 to go in the third quarter leading. Manning gives the ball off this time to the fullback Eric Lane, who pops through left guard, then veers back to his right and moves for a gain of 4 yards to the 35. Lane is knocked down as he gets there by Williams. A gain of 4, second down and 6. Tennessee's offense struggling in the second half with only 1 first down. In the second half of the game. Tennessee leads, though, 21-13. The Bruins, 5 men up on the front. Now here creeping up come 2 linebackers. Here's a snap pass. Kent on the near side. Juke step, breaks free. This is Kent. Dives to the 40, steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line. One-on-one against Gidbrey, and he beats him for the first down. First down and 10, Tennessee, as it's Manning. Just a quick stand-up and flip to Kent. And Kent goes one-on-one and gets the first down.
Yeah, well, they had everybody in there. Looked like they were coming with the rush on and the single coverage out there and gave Kent a little maneuvering room for a change. He took advantage of it.
And now it will be Tennessee 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the I formation against a 5-man UCLA defense. Manning, play action. Rolls left across the middle. Pass complete. Joey Kent makes the catch at the 45. Twists and turns and spins down to the UCLA 39-yard line where Javelin Gidbrey makes the tackle. Kent comes open in the middle and put a reverse pivot on Bill to pick up an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, he was about to take a real shot there. That back was waiting for him over there, but he's quick enough to see it and spin away from it.
And so Tennessee has it first down and 10 to go, leading 21-13 with 17 seconds to go in the third quarter of the game. The Volunteers moving toward the south end at this point. As Manning, maybe the last play. They're dancing again. They have not started the play clock. I don't know why. Manning back to throw. Pass is incomplete as the third quarter comes to a close. We'll take a break at the end of the third period by telling you the score. Let's make sure. Wait a minute. The third quarter's over, sir. Isn't it? Yes. We'll take a break for our stations by telling you with timeout at the end of 3, the score, Tennessee 21, UCLA 13. 6,000 watching this game. Peyton Manning, single running back behind him, lines up 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left against a 5-man UCLA front. The handoff then goes to that single running back, and that's Jay Graham. And Graham pounds into the middle of the line and actually loses about a half yard, as Philip Ward is there waiting on him. And for Tennessee, it will be second down and 10 yards to go, leading 21-13. Fourth quarter just getting underway. Individually, Manning to this point, 12 of 23, 205 yards in the air. And McNown, 12 of 18 for 118 yards. UCLA substitutes, gets another back in there. That will be Sawanga, who's come in, as Tennessee lines up with 2 receivers to the right. Kent is built into the boundary to the left side. Manning straight drop, back to throw, looking, waiting, pass across the middle, deflected by a leaping linebacker, Brian Wilmer at 6'2". The pass was intended for a slanting Nash coming from right to left. But as it is, it goes incomplete. And now Tennessee will have it 4th down and 10 yards to go. I think I missed a down. The yard mark, now they'd move it to 4th. It is 4th. I missed the last call, and I apologize for that. The chain marker said second down. It was actually 3rd. Now it's 4th. Here's Binion into punt for Tennessee. Snap, punt, a pooch, very high. Tennessee racing downfield. The UCLA receiver comes up to ask for and make a fair catch at the 17-yard line, he being Gidbrey. Punt good for 23 yards. And so the Bruins go back on offense. as the score remains 21-13 Tennessee. Last week's Tennessee UNLV Vol Network broadcast both led the country in numbers of phone calls made to Team Line and set a single game record for the most people ever to listen to a college sporting event on the internet. Team Line, a phone service used by all colleges to allow fans to telephone a given number and listen to the game over the phone. And of course the internet is the internet. It will be UCLA with the ball first down. Crisscross handoff goes to the tailback, pops up the middle with the ball. This is Skip Hicks. He starts at the 17, to the 20, to the 25, and moves it out to the 27-yard line. It'll be about a yard shy of the first down. As over to make the tackle, Corey Gaines for Tennessee. Run a little run from the left halfback position, moving over right guard on that crisscross. They set up with two running backs split. And so the Bruins, who use a lot of different sets on offense and certainly a lot of movement on defense, with Hicks carrying his 11th carry for 42 yards. Graham for Tennessee, 20 carries, 53 yards to this point. Now UCLA goes back to a single running back, two tight ends. This is McNown giving it off to that running back, and carrying the ball will be Skip Hicks. And he's got a first down as he nudges the ball out to the Bruin 29-yard line. It is an 8-point game, 21-13 in favor of Tennessee. Corey Gaines comes up to make the tackle for Tennessee on the play. As the balls now go defensively with Little, Duff, Green, Brown up front. Wilson, Hines, Jester, the linebackers. Austin, Fair, Parker, Gaines in the secondary. 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Trailing 21-13. Ball at the Bruin 29-yard line. Tennessee moves into a 6-man front as McNown off play action stumbles, looks to throw. Pass upfield is incomplete as he was being thrown down. The pass was intended to the safety valve Walindi, who had wandered out into the flat. Bill Duff is the man primarily responsible to getting in there on the stumbling McNown. And it goes incomplete. It becomes 2nd down and 10.
McNown is good quarterback down. He can maneuver around back there pretty good. That time he just didn't have any place to maneuver to, but he's made some big plays under strong pressure. Tennessee came that time, popped through very quickly on him. He really didn't have time to do much of anything. He's lucky to get the ball thrown but without getting sacked.
12:56 to go in the football game. Tennessee leads by 8. Hicks, a man in motion from right to left. McNown looking for him. McNown is carrying the football forward as he dives past the 30 and hustles for a gain of a couple yards with Jonathan Brown holding on to him. So once more, he avoids being sacked just on sheer strength that time.
He's dragging people along. I don't think he wanted to do that too, but he saw another orange shirt coming. He went down. He wasn't going to step too long.
McNown making things happen, and here he has another chance. The Bruins 6 of 12 on 3rd down tries. Cade McNown at quarterback. Here come the Bruins to the line. Tennessee digs in with a 4-man front. Linebackers tucked up close. Could blitz? I doubt it. Yes, here they come. McNown back to throw. Stepping pass upfield is going to be incomplete. It was juggled and dropped by Skip Hicks. And Tennessee had a man breaking on the ball almost to take the deflection on an interception, but unable to do so. So it will be UCLA faced with 4th down and 7 yards to go. And into the game will be Saylor to punt. Ron Green was the man who had a shot. It would have been a miraculous thing because he was unaware the ball was going to be juggled. But he had a shot nevertheless. Deep for Tennessee, Fair. To punt, Saylor. Fair standing back at his 27-yard line. Tennessee leads by 8 points. Long count, punt away. Oh, beautiful punt. Fair backs up, still backing up. Under the ball at the 15. Makes the catch there. 20, 25, Fair 30, Fair 35, Fair 40, Fair 45, Fair to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, 15, 10, 5. Is there a flag? I do not see one. Is there a flag? I do not see one. It is a touchdown, Tennessee. '85 yards. Terry Fair And the Volunteers special units continue to come up with big plays with 11:45 to go in the football game. Tennessee 27, UCLA 13.
What a big play. What a big play. Of course, you know, I think that was a tremendous punt, John, but maybe a little too far.
53 yards.
53.
He outpunted his coverage.
Right, he couldn't get the coverage down there quick enough. Gave Fair an opportunity to make set people up and make the move or two. He got a couple of good blocks along the way and then just turned it on.
More or less a line drive punt, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not much hang time at all.
That's right.
Well, Tennessee converts it into the touchdown, and the extra point is up. Did he make it? He made it in Big Orange Country.
There's something magical about a fireplace at home on a cold winter night. Warm.
85 yards on the punt return of Terry Fair has given Tennessee a 15-point lead, 28-13. Is it the longest in history? No. For Tennessee, Bert Richeshar in 1950 returned a punt 100 yards. Jimmy Elmore, 95. That was in 1926. Herky Payne, 90 in 1949. Roland James, 89. Bill Bone, 86. Eddie Brown, Buse Warrens, George Canale, and now Terry Fair, 85 yards. Kickoff at the goal line, taken by UCLA. 5, 10, handoff on a reverse. Didn't work. They ran a reverse off the kickoff return, and Tennessee smelled it, I think. They got a hand on the initial receiver, who was, for UCLA, Brown. Brown handed the ball off to Rock, and then Rock was rocked by Tennessee's Fred Whitebill, who stood right there, and it all ends up after the handoff was made in the vicinity of the 15, as we called it for you. He had to give ground on the reverse handoff, and he is dumped all the way back down at the 8-yard line, and the Bruins have it first down and 10.
Another good play by the special team, John. They've had good coverage all night.
Here's UCLA trailing now by 15 with 11:37 to go at the Bruin 8-yard line. The quarterback is McNown. McNown gives it off to the tailback, and he is stumped. That's Rock carrying the ball through the right side, and he is met initially by Bill Duff, helped out by Green, and as they spot the ball, it will be a gain of nothing. Second down and 10. Ball at the 8. Clock shows 11:19 to go. At Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, the crowd is here. The Bruins battling with the football. Here they come to the line. One turnover by UCLA in this game. It was a fumble. McNown with a single running back behind him. McNown rolls left, looking to throw. Pass upfield is complete. Pulled down at the 21-yard line by Farmer, as McNown was able to maneuver to the left and threw the pass upfield, and popping open to make the catch for the first down and 10 to go was Farmer. Big play by UCLA, getting out of the hole, still trailing by 15 points and still in Bruin territory, but with more room to maneuver. At the 21, Torrey Noel has returned to the game for Tennessee. It was he who was there to make the tackle. UCLA first down at 10 at its 21-yard line against the 4-man front. McNown straight drop back to throw, being pressured. Sacked. Spun down by Jonathan Brown. 6'4", 245 junior, Tulsa, Oklahoma, comes banging through Bill Anderson, and the sack moves the ball back down to about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, he came strong. Duff was putting pressure, pushing the pocket back right up the middle, too. Duff's played an outstanding game, John, defensively.
It will be for UCLA. Second down and right at 17.5 yards to go. For Tennessee, that will be the second sack of the game for minus 20. McNown lines up, the left-hander up under the center. Flankers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. McNown rolls to the left side this time, looking upfield. Here's the pass going deep. Man comes wide open, and he has the ball at the 45, to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, gives ground to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. All the way goes Farmer for a long touchdown pass of 88 yards. Ran a great route, decoying as he moved, faking a move to the east sideline, then circled and came wide open down the middle. Nobody had him, and it was Farmer who goes all the way, and suddenly UCLA comes up with a big play of its own this time cutting the gap down to 28-19 on an 88-yard scoring pass that went from McNown to Farmer. And it will be UCLA with a chance, baby. They're going to go for 1 point. The score is 28-19. And here will be the extra point try by Merton. So Tennessee had an 85-yard punt return to build it up. Now UCLA comes back with an 88-yard scoring pass play. The extra point is up and good in Big Orange Country. We'll do it later, as it will be the left footer to do the kicking, as Tennessee will be receiving with Mark Levine deep for the Vols. Onside always a possibility. Still 9:41 to go, however, in the ball game. The Bruins trail by 8. Here's the kick. He hits it downfield and really drills it, and Levine will go 6 yards deep in the end zone and will down the ball. So Tennessee will get the ball at the 20-yard line. 10-second station identification. This is the Vol Network. Sending you the play-by-play on the Vol Radio Network, with Tennessee leading UCLA 28-20. And Tennessee going on offense, first down and 10 to go at its 20-yard line. 2 tight ends in the game for the Vols. Peerless Price is split wide to the left side out of the I formation. And the give off goes to Jay Graham, and Graham is going to be dumped for a loss back at the 15-yard line, as Weldon Ford is there to make the stop on Jay Graham. And it will be second down and 15 yards to go. Tennessee all-time against Pac-10 teams, 11, 10, and 3. UCLA all-time against SEC teams, 9, 10, and 3. And this is an 8-point game with 9 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Tennessee leads 28-20. Into an I formation. Tennessee against a 5-man moving front. Manning on play action, rolls to the near side in trouble. Pass upfield, complete. Yes, it is complete to Kent. We were screened by the near sideline as the pass was completed in front of the UCLA bench on the west side at the 26-yard line. Keep in mind, Tennessee had lost 5, so Guidry making the tackle on Kent after a pickup of right at 11 yards, but it's still going to be 4 yards to go for the first. Third down and 4, Tennessee. Is there a tight end? No. Tennessee has, yes, the tight end is Dustin Moore to the left side. Single running back offset right could be a target. 5-man front. Kent becomes a man in motion left to right. Manning rolls that way looking for Kent. Kent makes the catch at the 30, moves up to the 35, onto the 38-yard line, and is spun out of bounds by Andy Colbert as he moves to the 39, where Tennessee will hand the ball first down and 10 to go. Overloading to the wide side, and it was Kent who made the catch in the first.
Yeah, he came in there. Of course, looks like Tennessee's trying to take Manning on the rollouts. John, move the pocket, get him out of there. They've been putting too much pressure on him right up the middle when he's trying to drop straight back, so it's been a little more effective, looks like.
First and 10, Tennessee at the Volunteer 39-yard line. The Vols lead 28-20. I formation for Tennessee against a 5-man front. Give. Graham tries the middle and lowers his head and boom from the 39 to the 41. And that's where Damon Smith makes the tackle with 7:57 to go in the football game. Tennessee 28, UCLA 20. The Vols have owned the lead since going up 7-3. UCLA scored first. Tennessee 7-3, 14-3, 14-10, 21-10, 21-13, 28-13, and now it's 28-20. I formation, Tennessee second down and 8 against the 5-man front. Ball near the right hash mark. Manning doesn't like the defensive set, so he steps up and asks for a timeout. 7:26 to go in Big Orange Country.
It's that time with
62 yards net. Second half, Graham 7 rushes, minus 12 for the game. 22 of 50. Jay Graham. And Tennessee in the second half unable really to sustain an offensive drive. The touchdown came on a punt return of 85 yards, as Tennessee has its second half touchdown therefrom. And now Tennessee with the ball at the 41, still trying to decipher the defense. I formation, second down 8. 2 receivers left, Kent right. Here's Manning, play action, rolling right, looking for Kent. Looks, pass, complete, and then falling out of bounds after making the catch a yard shy of the first down is Joey Kent. And Tennessee at that point will have it third down, about a yard, make it closer to 2 yards to go. Guidry was there as Kent went deep and then just came back running toward Manning, and Manning was on target with him. And so Kent now all in the second half with his 6th reception for 61 yards.
Good move by Kent making the comeback move, John, because he was downfield further than that. He saw it. Manning was being flushed out of the pocket in some trouble, so he came back to him.
Tennessee now third down, 1.5 yards to go. I formation. Dustin Moore into the game. Manning adjusting the play. Manning fakes. Here goes the give and go route downfield, complete. 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, Joey Kent. A magnificently executed play as Manning, knowing that UCLA was uncertain about a run or a pass, pumped. There he went. The takeoff on target, and Tennessee scores. Brilliant play. Peyton Manning, Joey Kent.
Yeah, that's the best play of the evening, John, as far as Tennessee's offense is concerned. It worked perfectly. He thrown him out there, completed 1 or 2 to him that time. He just dropped back, made a terrific move, and also Joey Kent must have made a good move out there because he left the man standing.
Here will be, for Tennessee, Jeff Hall to attempt the extra point. This one is up. This one is good. 35-20. Tennessee leads with 6:30 to go in the game. And that play right there, Bill, of course, we broadcast for the Vol Network, but that underscores the ability of Peyton Manning. It's been a tough night, really.
Yeah.
Great defensive play, UCLA, but that play right there demonstrated his ability to pick it up. And he pumped Kent beautifully, fake, coming back, and then bang. He was gone.
He was gone, wide open. And then he put the ball right on the money on the long to Kent going down the field. But Kent was going one way, and he had that defensive back coming up going the other.
Well, Kent now is the all-time receiver in total number of passes for Tennessee. He did not have a catch in the first half. Now, in the second half of the game, Joey Kent, the Huntsville senior, has 7 receptions, 114 yards, and a touchdown. That one good for 53 yards in that drive. Manning to Kent for 11. Manning to Kent for 13. Manning to Kent for 6. And really that third down reception coming back, Bill, set up the touchdown pass because Guidry was playing for the possible comeback. Kent didn't come back that time.
No, he made a move as though, obviously, I didn't see the move, but he obviously made a good move out there because when he went by him, Guidry was going one way and he was going the other.
And so, of course, Kent is dangerously near also the all-time yardage record in pass receptions. He has the number of catches. Here's the kickoff coming downfield. It's a perfect kickoff. When things bounce your way, things bounce your way. And this time, Hogue kicks it off 1 yard inside the west sideline. It bounces at the 1 yard line and then caroms into the end zone.
Out of bounds. You couldn't draw it up any better than that, Don. That's 2. He's had this right about the same spot here.
Chris Hogue, UCLA, with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go, trailing now by 15 points. The Bruins to the line. McNown has gone all the way at quarterback. Tennessee shuffling on defense. This will be McNown. Play action. McNown looking, being pursued by Little, and he is dumped just as he got rid of the football. It goes incomplete. The intended receiver was Walindi, but Little was coming after and fought off a block from the fullback and still came after him.
He got rid of it in a hurry. He knew that Little was right on his tail, John, and he was running for his life.
And so it will be second down and 10 with Tennessee leading 6:24 to go in the football game, 35-20. Open date next week for Tennessee. Next week, UCLA at home, the Rose Bowl against Northeastern Louisiana. McNown brings his team up there against a 4-man front. Straight drop, pressure applied, pass across the middle, complete. Short of the first down to the 29-yard line. The catch is made by the tight end Mike Grebe. The tackle is made by Tyrone Hines. And so it'll be third down and right at 2 yards to go. For those of you we mentioned earlier, team line, which is a telephone service making Vol Network broadcasts available around the world. The number for that, 1-800-846-4700, 5405. We'll explain it to you. Third down, 2 yards to go. UCLA trailing 35-20. McNown on the option, keeping to the far side. Bang! Down! Tyrone Hines fills the gap as McNown on the option, keeping to the left side, looked to run, but Hines comes through to fill the gap, and Tennessee's defense sets the tone.
Yeah, they've set the tone all night, John. I tell you that. The defensive team and the special teams have played an exceptional ball game.
Now Tennessee will UCLA punt. Well, 5:19, a lot of time to go in the game. Turnovers, Tennessee guilty of 3, so UCLA has Saylor in the punt. And deep is fair. The last time he caught the ball, he returned it 85 yards. Snap, punt away. A line drive, fair up under this one. Camps at the 35. Gets to the corner to the 40. Staggers and then is knocked out of bounds, giving ground back down to the 38-yard line. But Tennessee has possession as Cobbs was there to make the tackle on him. And it will be for Tennessee first down and 10 to go. Leading by a score of 35-20. As we mentioned, Joey Kent has set a record. Kent, where is he now? Yardage is 114, so Kent is in total yards. Well, let's see. He's 40. Can't add and subtract. I'll do it in a minute. 4:58 to go. Tennessee with the ball first down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Penalty markers fly as Tennessee, I think, jumped on the right side. To this point, Kent has in the ball game made 7 receptions. That gives him a total of 128 receptions in his career, breaking the record of Thomas Woods, which was 124. Tim McGee had 123.
Dead ball foul. False start by the
5-yard penalty,
line.
Tennessee. The right side was moving as we described it for you. Kent needs 159 yards to pass McGee for career yardage total. And so he is 45 yards short of that. Tennessee lines it up, first down and 15, leading by a score of 35-20. Running back Graham. Graham with the ball, starts right, cuts left, turning, grinding, fighting, bounding. Forward he carries the ball, moving from the 33 out to the 40-yard line. Graham carries, and McGee makes the tackle on him. Graham was, minus 22 in the second half. Minus 12. I've forgotten exactly, but anyway, he's trying to get at least net on a washout here in the second half of the game. Great defensive game thus far in UCLA. Still lots of time to go. 4:27. Tennessee goes back to the I formation. It's got to be second down and 9 yards to go. Ball resting at the 39-yard line. The ball's in the I with the long count. This is Graham again, lowering his head. Gets to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. The middle of the line there for UCLA defending with Kershke, the veteran senior at 6'4", 279, making the stop. And so Tennessee lets the clock count as the ball has been placed and the play clock is started with 3:51 to go in the football game. And Tennessee adjusts, getting some more receivers. Peerless Price coming into the game, and also back in as Nash for Tennessee. Using the time, Manning will look at the play clock. It's down inside 10 seconds. He'll count it down to about 3 would be my guess. Will he throw the ball? I don't know about it. He gives the ball off to Graham, and Graham stiff arms one man, but can't get away from the second one and actually ends up losing a yard on the play. And now UCLA will step in to ask for a timeout, and Graham is slow to get up. As Graham, carrying the ball through the left side, took a lick, and Darren Klein was the man who made the tackle. Moved 92 yards, 83 of those on passes to Joey Kent. Binion to punt. They're looking for a lane. Snap. He got it away. He hits it high. Wobbly spiral. Good hang time. Under it, down deep, making the catch. Guidry escapes one man. Now gives ground and will be spun down as he made the catch at the 20. A penalty marker is dropped at the point of the tackle. Could have been a face mask, as Jason Parker was there to cover after the 38-yard punt, and no yardage on the return. And with the score 35-20, 3:08 to go in the football game, the officials step in to indicate that it was not a face mask. They're looking.
We have a 5-yard face mask
yes,
penalty.
I thought it was a face mask. He was looking the opposite way to mark it off toward the UCLA side, but it was a face mask. And so the quarterback for UCLA will be Steve Buck. He, a sophomore, who is on for McNown, and Bill McNown, outstanding performance.
He really did. Played an excellent game.
Buck, the long thrower, though. Let's see what happens as Tennessee comes up with a 4-man front. Back, Buck to throw. Pass deflected down at the line by a leaping Billy Barron. Now, Bill assessed the play of Tennessee's interior linemen. Little, Coleman, Duff, Ratliff, Barron, Green, Brown, Terry.
They've been the difference in the ball game, John. I think the defense, you said earlier, they've set the tone of this game, and they've played extremely well. They've come out with some big plays. They've given the offensive team good field position, and they've held them when they've made some errors. They've given up field goals and that sort of thing. They've played an exceptional game.
2nd down, 10, UCLA. Buck, the quarterback. Man in motion from left to right. Buck back to throw. Pass upfield is complete as the grab is made by Thaddeus Massey, and Massey makes the catch as he moves to about the 32-yard line. That will be short of the first down by right at 7. Now UCLA on defense.
Well, I think UCLA has certainly caused Tennessee as many problems, more problems than anybody we've seen that they've played last year. Even last year, because all this movement and the 3-down linemen and rushing and coming at them and dropping off has really caused them a lot of confusion.
3rd down, 5, UCLA trailing with 2:17 to go in the football game. Buck on 3rd down to pass with time. Pass is complete. It will be a first down to the 39-yard line to Mike Grebe. The tight end makes the catch, and the clock is stopped for the marking of the first down. Tyrone Hines is there for the tackle on the play. To this point, Peyton Manning, 16 of 28, 288 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 intercepted. It was returned for a touchdown. Buck, the quarterback. First down. Penalty markers flying all over the place, so play is halted with 2:02 to go in the contest. On the other side of the ledger, McNown, 15 of 24 for 227 yards and a touchdown. It was good for 88 yards.
Dead ball foul. False start on the offense.
Here's the penalty against UCLA, moving the ball back down to the 34-yard line. And Tennessee leads 35-20 with 2:02 to go in the contest. An open date next week for Tennessee. Next week, it will be UCLA hosting Northeastern Louisiana. Back to throw Buck. Across the middle, a pass is shallow and short and bounced into the grasp of the receiver, who was Jamal Clark. Incomplete. He did trap it, and he tried to disguise it as he turned away from the official. Not to be. So it's got to be for the Bruins. 2nd down and 15 yards to go after the 5-yard penalty for illegal procedure. Tennessee dancing around defensively. UCLA with Buck at quarterback. Flankers left and right. Running backs are split. Man in motion for the far side is Ayers. Back to throw Buck. Pass is caught to Ayers, and Ayers is swallowed and dropped. And actually, though he made the catch for a gain of a yard, Tyrone Hines, who's been all over the field, was there to make the tackle on him for -1.
I bet he wished he hadn't caught that one, John, as he really took a shot just as the ball got there. Tyrone.
All-time Tennessee has 657 victories. Only 8 teams have won 660 or more. For whatever that means. It will be UCLA with